Okay. Time for round 3. Unless you want to count the Thanksgiving stream as one of these, in which case it'd be round 3.5? We weren't officially calling that a Clueless Bachelor cooking stream, so we're going to call this round 3. Yeah, no. Works for me, dude. Hi, what's up? It's Saturday again. Saturday afternoon this time around instead of Saturday evening, but still, I guess at this point it's kind of like the official, unofficial day of the cooking streams, I guess. Loving this smooth jazz voice. Isn't this just my voice? Sure. What's up, SalvQuest coming in hot with the tier 1 sub now for 13 months. Time flies. Yeah. It's weird to think that a Q40 release, or actually no, now I guess it'd be Vanilla Nax release was over 3 years ago now. That's weird. That's kind of disturbing. Anyways, thank you, sir. Your sub will go directly to the Hot Pockets and Doritos Fund. Thanks for hanging out as always, dude. You guys are just in time for the Clueless Bachelor cooking stream. Very exciting. And we're going to kind of continue the theme today of doing the gourmet version of Hot Pockets flavors. In case you haven't guessed it already, it is in fact going to be chicken bacon ranch. Now, ironically, when I did the Hot Pockets taste test stream way back when, this would have been close to 3 years ago at this point, chicken bacon ranch was actually one of my very overrated ones. It ended up being kind of something that I thought was fine, but I was whelmed. I was definitely whelmed. Isn't it 2? Isn't what 2? Whoa. Don't forget. Oh, we'll get to it, Beatdown. We'll get to it. 2 years ago? Was it 2 years ago? Shit, it was 2 years ago. See, that's how we're losing track of time. I can't even keep track of the years anymore. Shit. Whatever, dude. Make my own ranch. Well, that's the thing. In the recipe today, ironically, even though they call it a chicken bacon ranch casserole, it actually uses Alfredo sauce as the white sauce as opposed to ranch. Now, we are going to use something related to ranch, so it's still going to be ranch-esque? Ranch? But yeah, it doesn't actually use, like, you're not actually just like a bunch of ranch into the bowl, which, as nice as that sounds, does it sound nice? I don't know. We're going to go for something a little bit more classy, and we're going to make it from scratch, so that's going to make it even better, I would hope. This looks fucking delicious. Yeah, so we were searching for this, like, earlier this week. We tried to find something on stream, in fact, and we found this recipe. And I agree. It looks good. The picture looks good. Oh, shit. Lido coming in hot with the 5 gifted tier 1 subs. It's really just that easy, boys. You do literally nothing on stream, and you get the 5 gifted subs. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I guess we got the subs now, so I'm going to go ahead and bail now. It's a good stream. All right. If anything, I want to continue the stream just because I want to drink alcohol. I want an excuse to drink alcohol on a Saturday afternoon, and now I've got one. Bechamel sauce instead of ranch would probably be much better. Well, we're not... Well, you'll see. I mean, if anything, I'm going to post... I mean, shit, I'll just post the recipe in chat now. You guys can follow along if you'd like. Spoiler alert. It's not going to be actual ranch. It's not going to be bechamel either, but you'll see. Such a good intro screen. Yeah, credit to Westbrook Live for making this. I did not make this. This was Westbrook Live who posted this in Discord, and I saw this as like, well, guess I'm using this now. Because yeah, like look at all of these details in here that I included. He's got the hold on, let me see if I can. Okay, well I can't show the shit, but can I? You can't see my cursor. Fuck. Okay, well I'll just pull it up on Discord where he got it. He posted this last night in case I wanted to use a start screen, and the amount of detail in this picture is actually amazingly, shockingly good. He's got the knife and cutting board back here. He's got the dish rack with all of my clean dishes that everybody always just assumes must be dirty. He's got my my old ass dirty bowl. He's got the Lagavulin, nice. He's got the red pan. Okay. We've got the sometimes invisible, but at the moment not so invisible cup. We've got the giant pile of salts, because as we know, I like to use plenty of salt. Oh, shit, this picture keeps on giving. I didn't even see this part. He's got the piece of painter's tape over the oven. There's so many details in this, dude. I didn't even notice this one until now. Dude, that's clutch. We got the giant pile of salt. What's up, Woody1987, coming in hot with the tier 1 sub now for 9 months. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Your sub will go directly to the Hot Pockets and Doritos Fund. Thanks for hanging out. I'm glad you're enjoying. As always, sir, I will try my best not to burn down the kitchen. V-Horde says, need to start posting the recipe in advance so it can be cook-along streams? Sir. Imagine suggesting something that I did literally yesterday. Looks like somebody just revealed themselves to not be checking the Discord. Yikes. Exclamation point Discord in chat. Not a good look. Anyways, so yeah, we've got the salt, we've got the full fucking Bis Boys, I don't care what it takes, nice, and then he even included the counter stain. So this picture is absolutely goated, dude. So many details. Actually, just insane how, even how well he photoshopped these in. It's good stuff. Samune only uses TeamSpeak. I only use Mumble actually nowadays, kids. Of course. So, yeah, we're gonna get started on the cooking. Now, I was originally gonna also make cornbread during this stream, and I'm not sure if I will or not yet, just because I'm starting to think that maybe I should just save it for tomorrow. Maybe I'll just do it at the end of tomorrow's stream, simply because the cornbread I want to make for a Christmas party that I'm going to tomorrow. Maybe it's better if I just make it have it made right before I go to the party, and not a day in advance where it's gonna get cold and less fresh. So we're gonna get to the part where we toss the CBR casserole into the oven and see if we have any time to kill, because if we do need to kill some time, maybe we'll just make that. I don't know. But regardless, this is the recipe. I think I just posted in chat already, so this is the one we're going to be making. I did post it in advance yesterday, so if you wanted to follow along, I gave you a chance, and if you didn't buy the shit, then, well, it's too late now. Will fireball shots be involved? You never know, dude. I don't have it specifically planned, but if the time arrives and it seems like it's the right moment, then who knows? So anyways, without further ado, let's get this shit show on the road, shall we? Let's get this shit started. Alright, let's do it. Keep the little bottom stain. Of course it's still there. Of course. Alright. Alright. I even thought today, I should probably put on some classier clothes. But I was like, you know what, fuck it. It's Saturday afternoon, I'm here to get comfy. We got the sweatpants on. Totally fine. Okay, so, what we're gonna be doing today for the chicken bacon ranch is we're using, like I said earlier, Alfredo sauce, which would imply that, we need to make the Alfredo sauce as well. I mean, you could just use a jar of it, but we're gonna get fancy and make our own homemade Alfredo sauce. But the only thing about the Alfredo sauce is that it says, according to the recipe, you should make it and then eat it, or at least consume it or use it almost immediately. So I'm starting to think, I was originally gonna make the Alfredo sauce first, but music a bit loud. Yeah, let me turn it down. Alright, let me know if that's better. So originally I was gonna make the Alfredo sauce first, but now I'm starting to think maybe I should make it last, I guess? And that's gonna make this whole thing take a little bit longer, but that's okay. If anything, I guess, historically wait a minute, can you not see me? Why do I not see myself on the computer screen? Am I blind? Am I invisible? Is nothing happening? Can you not, what is happening? Can you see me, chat? Can you hear me? I assume you can, right? Otherwise it'd be a little weird. It'd just be nothing but silence for this last little bit. We see me. Okay, why? Hold on. I need to be able to see myself. It's good that you can see me, but the problem is I want to be able to see myself to know that I'm in frame and all. Why is my software not showing me? Okay, hold on. Let me just hold on. Let me just do this real quick. HP. No, it's not the monitor, sir. Settle down. Okay, let's try this again. Huh? Survey says. Huh? Hey, there we go. Now I can see myself. All right, very excited. I just want to make sure I can see what's in the frame and know what's going on, because I'm using my phone's like the camera behind, like whatever. It's not the front-facing camera. It's I guess the rear-facing camera, because it's like it's better quality. But the problem is I can't see my phone screen, so what I have to do is, it just so perfectly happens that like my computer monitor that's on the very far left of my computer, I can see directly like over top right here into my computer room, so I can actually see the screen that way. So that's how I can tell like what's in frame and what's not. So if you ever see me going like, oh, what the hell's going on over there? That's like, yeah, that's that. Okay, so anyways, what are we gonna do? We're making chicken bacon ranch. Let's make that. Okay. Oh, change category. Shit. Yeah, that's a good call too. I should probably do that. God damn it. Imagine being good at streaming. I wouldn't know what that's like. We're definitely just chatting. Okay. Don't want to anger the Twitch gods, you know? Alright, there we go. Alright, okay. Okay, take 3. Alright, yes. I'm back again. Hello, hi. Now, before we get started on the cooking today, you know your boy needs a bit of an adult beverage to carry him along, right? Because there's no way I'm going to do this sober. And so I was thinking, so if you watched last week, you would have seen like how we talked about the box full of just random alcohol, thanks to my friend that moved away like earlier this year. And she left me a bunch of random shit, a random assortment of alcohol. And so last week we enjoyed some rum and coke from that rum that we had inside of the box. This week I figured, so we're kind of doing things more like brunch time, right? So more in like the middle of the afternoon and the day. So I figured like, okay, well maybe let's go for like more of like a daytime degen drink. And I figured like, well, okay, she's got those giant things of Bloody Mary mixes and she had the vodka in there, so I feel like the obvious solution is just like Bloody Marys, question mark? Now, I'm not really the type of person that has Bloody Marys all that often. Like the only time in which I'll ever actually drink them would just be when I'm with friends at brunch probably, so. This counts, right? We're making brunch and I'm with my internet friends, so we're gonna use that as an excuse to have a Bloody Mary. Fucking dude. So, there was 2 of the little mixes in there. I'm gonna use this one. And the vodka. We want the one that's the spicy one. I don't know like if I'm gonna prefer a spicy Bloody Mary or not, but if anything, it feels like it's more meme worthy, so I feel like might as well go with the quite literally more spicy one. I've never made a Bloody Mary before, but how hard could it be, right? Okay, it says, in a cocktail shaker, I don't own a cocktail shaker, over ice, add 1 part vodka to 2 parts Walker's Bloody Mary mix, shake well, pour into salt-rimmed pint glass. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that either, but okay. Now, I figured, I don't have a mixer, I don't have like a cocktail mixer, but what I do have is a shaker cup that would normally be used for red mystery juice or protein shakes, but I figured like, it can function also as a cocktail mixer, right? It works. I can shake it. So, let's get some ice first. It's pretty easy, but you should get some Worcestershire and some lemon or lime juice. I do have the Worcestershire sauce, but I think this, according to the recipe or according to the ingredients on this already has Worcestershire sauce, so I think we're already covered on that front. Yeah. I don't know if you'll be able to read that, but like... Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Now it's gonna be adult red mystery juice, exactly, dude. Let me adjust that. Hold on. Drink number 4. Alright. So, yeah, this is not exactly the conventional way to mix your Bloody Mary. If it has a faint taste of protein and red mystery juice inside of it, you'll know you made my recipe properly. Is that enough ice? It's probably enough, it's fine. I had the vodka in the freezer and I had the Bloody Mary mix in the fridge, so it's fine. Okay. So, says 1 part vodka to 2 parts of the Bloody Mary mix, so I can do that. I think we'll start with like 2 parts vodka and then 4 parts Bloody Mary mix. I feel like that's a pretty reasonable thing to do. Oh. Yeah, that'll be fine. I got a long string. This recipe, it says it's supposed to take about 45 minutes to make, but in true Dali fashion, you know it's going to end up taking closer to 3 hours, right? So, need plenty of alcohol to fuel that escapade. Oh yeah. Go hard or go home? Yeah, something like that. Like I said, it's a good excuse to drink on a Saturday afternoon. Because if I'm just sitting here alone by myself off stream, it's a little bit more degen. But now I'm doing it with friends socially, so it's completely fine according to society. How do I open this? Tend to just get a knife. Yeah. Come on, what the? Oh wait, oh hold on, I think I see it. Thank God I'm doing this sober. Dali versus sticker. Dude, sometimes, I swear to God, some manufacturers of just stuff in general make stuff just absurdly hard to open for no reason at all. They make like, ooh, let's have this really fancy opening contraption technique wrapping so that way it looks super classy and people are really impressed by how hard it is to open our stuff, and it's just like, man, I just want to drink the Bloody Mary, dude. I don't give a shit how classy your packaging looks. Okay. Ooh. No, missed the part. Alright. Smells like a Bloody Mary. Smell the chat. Does it smell good? That does smell pretty good. Reminds me of like some sort of breakfast dish. I can't put my finger on it. You know what it kind of smells like, even though this is not something you should compare it to? It kind of smells like the sauce you smell inside like a Chef Boyardee canned dish meal thing. Not that it's a bad thing, because as a kid I loved Chef Boyardee. Hell, as an adult it's still fun. Okay, well. It's definitely got plenty of like spice flakes in it, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know how you can see something like that, but it's definitely looking rather flaky. Clearly they didn't skimp on the red pepper flakes, I guess. Okay, that's 2. Ugh. If I'm gonna take a shot from the shot glass later, I'm not saying I will, but if I do, then might require a bit of cleaning, huh? A 3. Feels like it's not gonna be enough, but whatever. We can always make another one later, I guess. Hey, what's up? DX9 coming in hot with the Prime sub. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It will go directly to the Hot Pockets, Doritos, and Bloody Mary Fund. Appreciate it, bud. And of course, as always, I encourage chat to join along with streamers, so that way he doesn't feel as bad about drinking on a Saturday afternoon. So if you too feel like partaking in alcoholic beverage enjoyments, this is the streamer giving you approval to do so. He promises that it means that you're not degen because he gives you, because you have permission to do so. Okay, here we go. Now this is how a true Bloody Mary is made right here. This is the true bro way to do it in a shaker cup. Yes, sir. It's up by Janksy333 coming in out of the Bezos books as well, thank you. And Lino King coming in out of the gifted tier 1 sub. Oh shit, it's just as easy, boys. You make the ghetto Bloody Mary, you get the subs. I could have made like double this, but oh well. Thank you. Both subs will go directly to the Hot Pockets, Doritos, and Chicken Bacon Ranch Fund. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's the redder mystery juice, exactly. Ooh, shit, that's feeling nice and cold. Okay. Now, as tempting as it is to just be a bro and just drink it straight from the shaker cup, I will at least be slightly civilized and use a glass. Alright. Well, definitely shook it up. Mission accomplished on that front. Hey, look at that. Oh, yeah. Now, what we will do later for this chicken bacon ranch is we're gonna make some bacon. Surprise, I know. And, maybe we'll just like be even classier, like stick a little bacon in there like some people would normally do. I know like it's usually it's bacon and celery and something else, but I don't have celery. Fuck celery. Celery is dumb. But bacon's good. Alright. Let's try it out. Where's the peppered rim? Yeah, I could do that, but like, I kind of CBA. Whatever. Whew. That's strong as fuck, dude. It said, did I do this wrong? It says 1 part vodka, 2 parts Bloody Mary mix. I did it right, it's just, Jesus. Whew. Well, that's a little much. That's a lot of vodka. Okay. It's good. It's just, whoo. I mean, it's also, I guess, it's got the spice. Maybe that adds to it as well. Oh, well, we're gonna have a good time here this Saturday afternoon, boys. And grills. Let's enjoy ourselves. Alright. Ooh. It is tasty, though. Not gonna lie. I kinda like the spice. I'm kind of a professional bartender, drinker, maker person. I know how to mix vodka and Bloody Mary mixes. What can I say? That one. That one. Okay, now let's say we actually start the actual dish itself, shall we? So let's get out the shit we're gonna need. We're gonna need bacon, the chicken. Let's see, onion, garlic. Your boy was at Wally World last night, of course, to get all of this shit. Is it a time-limited quest with alcohol? I mean, sure, you only have so many years to live, right? I'm gonna die eventually, so I'm like, gotta make sure I drink as much alcohol as I can before I die. Now, you could kind of say this is speedrunning my way to death by drinking more of this, but that's fine, dude. Okay, we're gonna need sour cream. Okay, yeah. I'll get that out later, whatever. Okay. Let's just start by following the recipe, shall we? Now, it says to... Okay, first things first, what I should say is... I'm only gonna make a half recipe of this because I'm making this dish completely for me and myself. Like, no one else is eating this besides me. So, this is supposed to serve 6 people. And... as a person who tries to say at least somewhat like diet conscious, like I don't just try to, I try to like be mindful of what I eat. In case you can't tell, I'm trying my best to like not just give myself something that's gonna like stuff my face for a week straight. And when you look at like the ingredients of this thing, I was reading over, it was like, oh wow, that's a lot of calories. So there's gonna be a few compromises I'm going to make in this dish for the sake of like improving the macros, you might say, but I'm pretty sure it's still gonna be delicious. Alright, so, and we're also making a half recipe, so that way I don't have like a shitload of leftover chicken bacon ranch that I have nothing to do with but eat and stuff myself with. Okay. So, did I successfully eat the rest from last Saturday? I did, but it took me like all week long, and like it was basically like my meal every night. Up until Thursday or something. So that's why I'm kind of trying to avoid doing that again, because like it was good, don't get me wrong, but the issue was that it wasn't like the healthiest thing ever, right? It was like had a lot of grease, a lot of cheese, and it was like good, but yeah, not something I should ideally be having for dinner like every night. So anyways, it says to start by cooking the noodles. I guess that seems like a reasonable way to start. Sure, let's do that. We're gonna do the Alfredo sauce last, since according to the recipe at least, it's best if you use like immediately after making it. So okay, sure. So we're gonna start with the nudes. I guess we should boil water. That's a good start. And so we're making a casserole. So basically what we're doing is like we're making a bunch of individual things separately, and then we're eventually going to throw them all into the same little dish and throw it into the oven and get it nice and toasty with itself. But for now, we're going to make all the stuff separately. If I wanted this to take more shortish, you would just like cook these things all like at the same time. But I'm gonna be myself and do them all separately to make this 3 hours, as per tradition. Okay. And as we all know, you gotta make sure whenever making any sort of dish ever that you liberally salt whatever you're using. So you gotta like salt the pasta, right? All right. No need to be shy on the salt. It's not gonna kill you. At least not immediately. All right. So let's see. According to the half recipe we're doing, streamer, that's so much salt. It hasn't killed me yet after 2 cooking streams. It's not gonna kill me in the 3rd one either, right? If anything, the Bloody Mary's got a ton of salt in it. So I mean, we've already gotten started on our salt. You might as well just keep going down that road at that point. Oh, that is very strong. Okay, how much pasta do we need? It says 8 ounces. What the fuck is 8 ounces? I do have a cooking scale. This shit is actually what I used back in the day for when I was like actually tracking my macros decently. So I still use it, but I pretty much nowadays exclusively use it to weigh pasta. But it always weighs it in grams, so like I would ask Siri right now, except Siri is currently helping me film this actual stream. So chat, somebody go into Google right now. Tell me what 4 ounces is in grams, okay? Help me out here, chat. Streamer does not want to do math. Clean that. Fine, I'm not cooking on it. 28 by that, 113. Okay, that'll work, that'll work, that'll work. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not drunk, I'm just clumsy. About 450. That feels like it'd be a lot. So would you? That seems like this is gonna be plenty already. Shit, this is gonna be. This feels like too much, in fact. How much am I making? Jesus. I know you can't see this yet. I'll show you in a second. But are you sure? Can someone else fact check this just to make sure that 4 grams is 113 ounces? This feels like a lot of pasta. I know, like, still we're making something that's gonna serve 3 people, I guess, but still, Jesus. 112, whatever, like 112, 113, close enough. All right. I'm gonna take chat's word for it. There you go. So, you know, don't call me a fucking liar, dude. There we go. Will that end up being enough? I mean, I certainly hope so, but I gotta say, or will that be too much? I certainly hope not, but it does feel like a lot, like I said. I don't know. But, sure, why not?
What a fucking
yes, I know
liar,
I can change the
dude.
units on it, but like,
What a fucking
I stick to grams
weaselly
because,
little liar,
ironically, I like
dude.
to make fun of metric, but in reality, it is a lot easier to use in certain scenarios, kind of like, you know, measuring food, I will admit. Oh, that's gonna get less strong as the more buzzed I get. Okay, so, oh, that is kind of spicy too. Maybe we can have a fireball chaser later. Maybe that'll help. So next up, we're supposed to, looks like, do the bacon. Okay, I can do that. The trusty Tefal red pan. I know, like, some people are giving me shit like, lol, that's such a Bachelor thing, no, a Tefal pan, how generic, how cliche. But you know what? This shit works wonders, dude. I'm just saying. Like, the non-stick works wonderfully, and just, like, it's a perfect size, and it's got some good heft to it. I don't care if it's stereotypical, cliche, whatever, like, oh, it's such a typical starter pan. It works well. I'm just saying. Alright. The water is boiling. I think 8 minutes will, actually, no, 7 minutes, since I guess we're also cooking it later in the oven too. Okay. The first result on Amazon for cheap pan. I didn't actually buy it on Amazon, believe it or not. I bought this back in the day when I first moved into my my first ever like apartment that I was living in solo. I needed a large pan, so I think I went to Target, and that's where I got it. I don't know. I just saw a large pan and I bought it. I didn't even know like the brand was supposed to be one that people were like, oh, that's a cheap brand. Like, first of all, I don't care how cheap it is. It works great. And second of all, I think it looks good. I don't know. I mean, I know it's just a pan, but still. Okay. Anyways, now, this recipe calls for 4 slices of bacon, but we're gonna use a little bit more than that. Now, chat, please don't crucify me for this because I know you're all about to judge me, and I'm so sorry in advance, but when I said I was gonna make some compromises to make this a little bit better, like, for you, health-wise, this is gonna be my first bit of heresy, let's just say. We're using turkey bacon. Okay, so first things first, yeah. Give me the shit. Just let me, just let it out, chat, let it out. Yeah, no, it's horrible. Oh, the dish is ruined. Oh, you fucked up. Oh, yeah. And cringe, gross, you went too far. Okay, now you got that out of your system. Turkey bacon, I'm sure 90% of you in chat have never even tried it before and just like, by default, like, oh, it must be gross. It's fine. It still tastes exactly like bacon. And not only is it a lot better for you in that it's like the macros on it are actually halfway decent.
What a fucking
I'm not gonna show you macros, but it's better, I promise.
Dude.
Oh, shut up. It actually becomes, it's much easier to make crispy. Historically, a problem I've had with bacon when it comes to cooking it on a skillet, which is what we're gonna do, is it's really difficult to get like regular bacon to be crispy without just straight up burning it.
Dude.
And it takes a lot longer as well, whereas turkey bacon...
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking weaselly little liar, dude.
I told you at the start of the stream I was making some compromises, so if anything, I'm the exact opposite of a liar. It's because you do it in the oven. Well, we're not doing it in the oven. Fuck that. So, we're going to do it in the skillet, but the good news is, like I said, the turkey bacon admittedly has less grease. That's one of the obvious benefits of it. But that means that basically it gets crispier faster.
Weaselly little liar, dude.
For those people that are talking mad shit right now on turkey bacon, first things first. If you haven't tried it, try it first before you talk mad shit, because it's actually pretty damn good, in my opinion. It's like 90% as good as regular bacon. And second of all, look, I'm already using enough salt as it is in the pasta. I'm not looking to die, alright? So if I can take a small little shortcut and have it be just as good, especially because it's not like the main, we're not eating it on its own, right? It's kind of like going to be more like a, shit, almost like garnish, if anything. I guarantee you, 95% of you motherfuckers, once the dish is like done, would not be able to tell the difference. If I didn't tell you this was turkey bacon, I would have just like pulled out the strips on their own in advance. You guys would be none the wiser, I promise. Boiling over? Nah, it's Gucci. Yeah, we're gonna use extra though to compensate. We're gonna use 5 strips, even though we're supposed to only use 3. Because I will admit, these are a little bit thinner and a little bit smaller. Oh, this is my last gallon bag Ziplocs. Oh well. Oh. Guess I need to add Ziploc bags to my grocery list. Noodle clump is stir. Oh my god. Stir the noodles, Daddy. They're gonna be ruined. Streamer, stir the noodles. Whenever I cook noodles for any dish that I'm making, whether it be like chili mac or spaghetti or whatever, I stir my noodles a grand total of 0 times, and they work just fine. So I would have considered stirring them, but now chat has spurred so hard that no, I'm not gonna stir them at all. Fuck it. I'm gonna keep them as is. Alright, so here's the bacon. Look, I understand that when uncooked, it doesn't look as bacony as you probably prefer.
What a fucking
they're a little like
liar, dude.
It's a little pink. Ladies. But you know what? I promise you, once they're cooked, the final result is going to be perfectly fine looking. Oop. Last week we had some beef flap enjoyers in chat. I guess this week we've got some bacon flap enjoyers. Is that a thing? The pot is boiling over now. Yeah, I can really tell it's a disaster, dude. It's fine. Okay. Is this hot yet? It's close enough. Okay, let's do it. The stove cam. We're back, boys. All right. With like the steam coming up in front of it. How classy. The dusty stove cam. Full fucking bits, of course. I don't care what it takes. Now, I assume like you don't really have to bother greasing a pan or like oiling a pan if it's bacon because it's gonna provide like its own oil, right? So like I said, by the time these are done cooking, I promise you motherfuckers, it's gonna look exactly like regular bacon. It's gonna be fine. Jesus Christ. Is this vegan bacon? Do I look like that much of a loser to you? No. Ew. Gross. It's turkey bacon. It's still an animal that got slaughtered at some point, okay? The day I make some recipe using vegan bacon is the day you get to cancel me. That's the day in which you get to go into Twitter and like find out all like the weird sexual shit I've done in the past and just completely cancel me, alright? But until then, I can promise you, I have not done anything out of line that you've heard about. All right. The day I join OTK is the day you know something has gone wrong. Okay, that would be the pasta that's done. Okay. Streamer, it's overcooked. Streamer, it's ruined. I'll show you why it's fine. All right. First of all, it didn't boil over. It's fine. Second of all, oh shit, this looks really cool actually. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's all like standing up inside of the bowl, like, or inside of the skillet. Is it stuck together? It's gonna be fine once we put it in the strainer. Mix it around a little bit. Okay. You fuckers like, oh my god, it's ruined. You gotta mix it. It's fine. It's literally like completely, totally separate. We're gonna use our dirty ass strainer, of course, again. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. It can't be done any better than this. You guys were worried for literally nothing. It's not gonna come out. It's not gonna leave the pan. Huh. Huh. Yep, it tastes like pasta. All right. Put that in there for later. Okay. What are we doing next? Brown banana? Yes, sir. Come on. If you've watched the stream long enough, you know I'm a banana bread enjoyer. And if you've watched the stream long enough, you would also know that these bananas are nowhere close to ready for banana bread making. That's the only reason I ever buy bananas, not to actually eat them on their own. It's to make banana bread from them. So these still have about probably a week to go before these are ready. They need to be like pretty much like pure brown. Like the fact that I can still see yellow means they're not ready for banana bread yet. That's how that works. No cap, that's like legit what you want. Okay. Anyways, how's the bacon coming along? Still needs more time. But it smells like bacon, it's starting to look more like bacon, and I promise you, it's going to taste like bacon, so it's gonna be fine. Put them in a brown paper bag and they ripen faster. The minute you can explain the science behind why that's true, because I don't believe you for a fucking second, then I'll choose to maybe give it a shot. But until then, doubting. All right, let's see, what do we do next? Bacon, blah, 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 blah. Okay, after this, we're supposed to do the chicken. So, I got it says to buy like chicken breast and like to buy 2 whole chicken breasts. I didn't do that because the recipe calls for 2, but I'm only making a half recipe, right? And the issue is that like they don't just sell like, here's a packet with 1 chicken breast, because that'd be very sad and lonely and dumb looking. So I just bought a thing of like chicken breast tenderloins that basically is the equivalent of 1 breast's worth of chicken, so I assume that's gonna be enough. It's still chicken breast, it's just like cut up a little bit, so I think this is fine, right? Probably. And after all, I am a breast enjoyer. Who isn't, really? Alright. I don't really think I need to cut these in advance, do I? This seems fine. It is very tempting to make a... Oh my. It is very, very tempting to make some sort of like beef flaps joke again, but I'm a better man, so I'm not gonna do it. It's also very tempting to lick it, but like I'm... Unlike beef, I don't really want to lick raw chicken this time around, so... Ladies. There you go. Now, the recipe says what you're supposed to do is like you cook the chicken in the bacon grease after the bacon is done. I will say one thing I might be a little skeptical about is the amount of bacon grease we're going to have in the pan, because admittedly one thing about turkey bacon that's different is that it doesn't have nearly as much grease, which is a good thing normally, but... Alright, yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of grease in that pan. That's a bit of a problem. I think I'll just use oil, right? I think I'd probably just like use more of the magical olive oil that we've used in the past few weeks. But still, it looks like bacon, right? I know you can't smell it, but I can promise you it smells like bacon as well. It's still not even like fully crispy yet, to be honest. Now, one thing, honestly, maybe I could have done, I didn't do it because I wanted to have the grease in the pan, but there's like no grease in here, dude. Okay, that's not ideal, I will admit, but we can use our own oil, it's fine, it's fine. It's not gonna ruin the recipe. One thing I admit that I would normally do to cook my bacon, and I've said this before on stream, but I'll say it again. And once again, Chad is gonna crucify me for this, but I don't care. The best way to cook bacon and make it guaranteed like as crispy and perfectly done as possible is not on a skillet. It is not in the oven. It is not in the air fryer. It's not in any other method that uses regular heat. The best way to cook bacon, in my opinion, to make it as crispy and as perfectly well like cooked as possible is the microwave. Now, I know people are going to hear that and say, like, ew, gross, the microwave. No, that's not how you cook bacon. Ew. If you think that, if that's your opinion, then clearly you haven't actually tried it. Because if you actually try cooking bacon in the microwave, you would know that, like, something magical happens when you're doing it in the microwave specifically, and it, like, ends up cooking just, like, perfectly, dude. I don't know why, but it works really well. Oh yeah, and it's fast. I mean, that part's nice too, but like ignoring the quick part, it's also just like, it just cooks super evenly and extra crispy. It's just do it. Yeah, I know, like, no, you guys are just like, it's just, you hear microwave and you're instantly just like, no, it must be horrible. Hey, what's up, Parker Fear 1992, coming in hot with the Prime sub. 1992. That was a good year. Year I was born. Cheers, dude. Your stuff will go directly to the Hot Pockets, Doritos, and fellow old people enjoyer fund. Because we're old. Some extra radiation on your bacon? Yeah, you're probably one of those people like, you can't use a microwave because it's going to give you cancer the first time you use it. See that food? You just inflicted extra radiation and chemicals into your food, and now it's no longer good. You just destroyed all the nutrients. All the radiation completely destroyed all of the fibers and the proteins. You know what's funny? When they first invented the microwave, I'm sure they thought it was just like this absolute miracle of technology that everybody hailed as like this amazing thing that now you no longer had to start up the stove every time you wanted to heat something up. And now in 2022, you're like, gross, it's not natural, so therefore it's going to give me cancer. Yeah, aren't you smart? Aren't you clever?
you hate microwaving your food because it tastes like shit, not because it gives cancer? I've never understood that either. Like, the texture, okay, fine, I can maybe see that, but how does it taste any different? It's just heating up the food. It's literally just making it warmer, just like any other method would make it warmer. Yeah, like, it warms it up in a different technique, but at the end of the day, all it's doing is just raising the temperature. It's not changing the properties of the food at all. It's never heated evenly? Well, yeah, sure. If you throw something in the microwave for 5 minutes and just let it sit there the entire time and don't ever touch it or adjust it, yeah, it's not going to heat evenly. Number one, you should probably get a microwave that actually has like a little spinning tray. That'll help. And number two, like, you gotta like actually follow instructions of stuff that's in the microwave and like, you know, adjust it and rotate it or turn it halfway when it's done. And, okay, another pro tip. I've already shared this one for Hot Pockets before, but I'll do it again. If you're cooking like Hot Pockets, for example, a good way to make sure it heats up more evenly is you double the amount of time you microwave it and put your microwave on 50% power. I know everybody is very tempted to just be like 100% full blast, ding, 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 I want it as fast as possible. But if you just double the time on the microwave and then just have the power, it still ends up imparting the same amount of energy, but it does it more evenly. 5 head cooking tips with Dali right there. My cooking skill IRL might be something in the neighborhood of like 120, but my microwave skills are like 450 already. Like I said, Mr. Spogie 101, I didn't say texture. I'm aware that the texture can be different. I said literally just the taste. Texture, I agree, is a whole nother beast. That, yes, that's because of that. You shouldn't cook everything in a microwave, but there are plenty of things that the texture either doesn't matter or ends up being just fine inside of a microwave, especially if you're cooking something that's like some kind of like gooey or, you know, just overly not crunchy or whatever, then it's fine. All right, that's looking pretty good right there. The only issue here is that, yeah, I'm supposed to be cooking the following things, like the chicken and the onions, in the bacon grease. I think I bought the bacon without the grease. I think I forgot the grease. But that's okay, because it's going to be at least more healthy, right? That's what the olive oil's for. It's fine. All right. I'm going to go and say this is close enough to done to take off the pan. It'll cook a little bit more later in the actual casserole dish thing, right? Vegan bacon. I forgot the bacon too. Shut the fuck up, all right? All you fat asses sitting in their chair judging me right now, like, oh god, he's not using real bacon, as he takes another like handful of Cheetos and just oh, I could do so much better than this motherfucker. Stuffing your face with fucking cheese puffs. Okay. Well, it smells like bacon, I can tell you that. It'll be fine, dude. Once we actually like put it in the dish, it'll be fine, dude. Alright. So, here's all the bacon grease that we've saved up for the chicken. Well, okay. Let's go ahead and maybe help that along with some olive oil, shall we? Oh, you know what I should do, though, is I should salt and pepper the chicken, huh? If you're binging with Babish Enjoyer, you would know that literally anything you put on a skillet should be salt and peppered in advance. In fact, fuck it, I should have even done it for the bacon, but oh well. That's fine. Oh, got a bit of a runny nose. The Bloody Mary is definitely living up to its spicy name, I guess. So, despite my enjoyment of memeing when it comes to like cooking with chicken and like licking all the raw meat, I'm not gonna lick the raw chicken because I don't want to actually get salmonella poisoning. Raw beef is like fine, right? But chicken, like, you don't really want to fuck with raw chicken if you can avoid it, so we're gonna avoid that. All right, plenty of salt and pepper. If you've put on what looks like too much, it means you need to put on a little bit more. I think that's how that works. Okay. Pad dry that chicken. Honestly, it's like it's already really dry-ish as is, which doesn't sound... That probably is not a good thing. Oh, no, don't worry, dude. It's already really dry. But yeah, it doesn't need to be patted. I don't think it would be wicking any moisture anyways. And even if it was, like, who doesn't want some nice little chicken juice in their dish? Alright, liberal salting. Yeah. This shit should be saltier than Twitch chat, otherwise you fucked up. Is that a thing, patting your chicken? I assume maybe like when you're... I mean, if you got like a fresh chicken breast, probably, but... This stuff has probably been sitting in Walmart for the past 3 months, and they're just constantly repainting it every week just to keep it make sure it keeps its pink appearance, so... I'm pretty sure it lost all of its original moisture like many, many years ago when they slaughtered chicken. Alright, there we go. That looks nice. So yeah, I guess we'll just use olive oil, like our trusty old standby, since that's gonna be our stand-in for bacon grease that we don't have, because there was none. I'm assuming I don't have to like cut up the chicken in advance. I'm assuming it's fine as is. I will admit that I've never really been a person to use olive oil while cooking because like, it's too expensive. I don't want to waste a bunch of money on olive oil. I'll just use regular ass vegetable oil. But I will admit, I've kind of, I'm a convert. I'm now an olive oil enjoyer. I will say it does make a difference versus just like regular ass normie vegetable oil. I need to wash my hands better. I really shouldn't do this, but no, I don't. That's fine. That does smell nice. Okay. Now, I will say, generally the main pitfall of cooking chicken breast on the skillet like this is it makes it dry as fuck and super, super stringy and chewy. I'm hoping A, making it in olive oil, and B, cutting it up later and putting it in the casserole dish will make it like fine, but... I will say, back when I was a bit more serious about like my macros and my diet just in general, I used to just cook exactly this on a skillet for dinner, probably almost every night for a while. And you would think after a while I would have learned like the secrets of making decent chicken breast on the skillet, but I never did. It always ended up being dry and chewy and stringy and awful, but whatever. It still was edible and got the job done. But I will admit, if there's any sort of secret to making chicken less dry and more palatable on the skillet, I have not learned it yet. Hence the title of this stream, I guess. Olive oil has a lower burn point if it reaches what? Lower burn point. If it reaches the fat, it's more unhealthy than whatever, dude. Imagine using facts and logic to back up your arguments. Not a good look. Now I can see chat down here with YouTube. Soak the chicken in pickle juice for 1 hour and put that shit in the air fryer? That sounds like you're trolling me, but at the same time, it seems like you're so confident about that statement that you must be correct about it. Whatever. Okay. I mean, it smells fine. The olive oil definitely makes it smell better compared to, like, regular-ass vegetable oil, that's for sure. It looks good. I'll give it that. It's nice and brown. Alright. Pepper gives it some color. Okay. We're doing alright for ourselves. This looks fine, I guess. Okay. Use cast iron or stainless. Non-stick is garbage. Bitch, do I look like I own either of those things? Using my ghetto-ass knife all the time and using, like, the dusty ass oven. This is what the inside of my saucepan looks like, and you're saying like, well, why don't you just get out your cast iron skillet that you own? Bitch, I've had this pan for like 10 years. You think I own a cast iron skillet? Come on. I also don't own a duster, that is correct. Put some chicken stock in there and cover it? Yeah, that's another thing. I don't have a cover for this pan. I don't have anything remotely large enough to cover this, so anything I ever cook in this pan is going to go uncovered, unfortunately. Chug the rest and make another one? I don't really know if I want to chug this. That seems like it'd be unpleasant. How about this? And this is only something I'll agree to if the rest of the chat agrees to it if the rest of the chat agrees with it as well. I will take a shot, but this is only under the agreement that the rest of chat does it with me. I have no way of enforcing this, so you have to I need to take your word for it, but if enough of you degenerate motherfuckers out there are willing to take a shot at 2 p.m. in the afternoon on a Saturday, then I will do it. But I need enough people agreeing to this in chat. Like, I need some sort of reinforcement that I'm not alone on this. I see 3 people doing it. That's not nearly enough. Done? Okay, well, anybody besides the alcoholics want to chime in as well? It's 8 p.m.? Yeah, exactly. If you're EU, then you definitely have no excuse, because it's definitely late enough, right? You'll mix a spicy margarita. You'll take an espresso shot? Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright, fine. I gotta work my way through these somehow, right? Because when the fuck else am I ever gonna use these little mini fireball shot things that my friend gave me a few months ago?
Bullet.
I know. Okay. Why am I agreeing to this again? On the back it says, ignite. Oh, focus, come on. Ignite the night. I look outside and I still see the sun, but that's okay. Let's pretend it's the night. That is super fucking sweet. How did I drink this so much in college? Jesus. Jesus Christ. Okay. There you go. I'm sure the rest of your shots were just as delicious. You know you're a real goddamn adult when you're chasing it with a Bloody Mary. It's like, okay, let me get that fireball taste out of my mouth on a real drink. Okay. Oh, that's so much better. Alright. I'd say this chicken's just about done, eh?
Full fucking beef, boy. I don't care what it takes.
Gotta give you guys the money shot. At the expense of overcooking the chicken, whatever. Jesus, man. I swear, Fireball used to be legitimately tasty. I would take a Fireball shot and be like, oh, that was pretty good. And then I guess my balls dropped. I don't know. Alright, that looks pretty nice right there. It's got some color on it, like properly golden and shit. Okay. Ah, yes. How'd I do, chat? We doing okay? That doesn't look cooked. What do you mean it doesn't look cooked? How does this not look cooked? What about this doesn't look cooked? It looks pretty damn cooked to me. Like, it doesn't have char marks. I'm not putting it on the barbecue. Come on now. Plus, like, keep in mind, it's gonna spend another, like, 20 minutes in the oven baking, so it's gonna cook even more in there. We're Gucci. Slice it? Yeah, okay, we can do that. In before it's, like, completely pink. Oh, shit, that's something I was gonna do before the stream started, or before the cooking started as well. I need to, like, actually sharpen my knife. Like, for realsies this time, but whatever. We're gonna call this good enough, at least for chicken. Let's just cut this one, see how it looks. Oh, that's a little hot. Eh? Oh, come on, look at that. It's perfect, dude. Literally perfectly cooked. That actually probably couldn't be done any better than that right there. Eh? Come on, come on. Fucking nailed it, dude. Alright, what are we doing next? That was the bacon, then the chicken. Cool. Now it looks like we're doing onions. Okay, probably should have, like, cut these onions while we were just doing the chicken, but we'll do it now. That's fine. Actually, okay, I should probably cut up the chicken is what I should do. No. Better idea. I will cut the onions, put those on the skillet, and cut the chicken while I do that. Efficiency. I will be a good boy. We will wash the cutting board. In fact, I should have washed this before I put the chicken on there because it was definitely raw. Okay, that's fine. It's okay. It'll be in the oven. It's fine. All right. If I get the salmonella, then if anything, it's content, right? Plus, I'm going home next week, so I can afford to be barfing my brains out. I won't be streaming anyway, so that's all Gucci. All right. Now, since we're only making a half recipe, and this recipe here calls for a one large onion, or I guess like a medium onion. Since I'm making a half recipe, I don't know how this is a thing, but I found the world's most adorable mini onion. For reference, this is my fist, okay? And this is the onion. It's like, there you go, there's an onion, hello, hi, it's so adorable. It's like the cutest onion I've ever seen. Aww. So, I figured this would be the perfect size for the half recipe we're making. But before we do that, let's actually get to the part where I should have just started with. Everybody keeps bitching and moaning about how terrible my knife is, and I agree, it's probably not the greatest quality knife in the world, but before I just go out and spend a bunch of money on blowing on a new knife, I figured we're gonna give this knife one more chance. If this knife ends up still sucking to the point where it still doesn't cut through an onion as easily as it probably feels like it should, we'll buy a new one. But at least we're gonna go ham on sharpening this knife, alright? We're gonna go extra thorough. Just to be sure it's not the knife. Alright, so let's get our Super Monka W knife sharpener again. Alright, I know it looks super scary, but I promise it's probably safe. Okay. Let's be liberal with this knife sharpening. And it's got the little guard here, okay, so it's not nearly as scary as it probably looks on stream, I promise, but let's send this nice and liberally through the sharpener, shall we? Probably not supposed to go up. That's probably not the right call. Oh! I got at least one person, I'm sure. Rip streamer. Yeah, I probably should avoid cutting my fingers off because these are kind of important for serious gaming. It is admittedly kind of a disadvantage if you're missing half of your fingers. Okay, that's about as sharp as it's gonna get. If this doesn't get the job done, then it's officially time to cave and get a new knife. But I think this should be pretty good, honestly. If it's not, well, any gifters in chat want to donate to the new knife fund? Well, don't gift yet. Only gift if it ends up sucking again. This should ideally make this this onion look like butter. All right. If this onion still feels like it's made of fucking steel, then I guess we know it's time to buy a new knife. Let's see. All right. The metal. I cleaned it. We're Gucci. See, look how sharp that looks. Now it's gonna be fine. Can you see the sharpness, chat? All right. Let's find out. Now we have to remember. All right. Okay. I've been drinking enough Bloody Mary to the point where My nostrils are definitely completely full of snot, so let me just take care of this real quick. Chat, I'm so sorry. Little kids in chat, look away, please. Oh, all right, better. Figured I'd get that one on stream just so you guys can get that money shot. Some people are into some weird shit nowadays. You never know. Literally everyone at some point in their lifetime has shot out the fattiest snot rocket of their lives, alright? Don't fucking tell me like, ew, I'm better than that. I always blow my nose into a tissue. What a fucking liar, dude. A Weasley little liar, dude. Okay, so how do you do this again? We learned how to chop onions last week, but I kind of forgot already. Okay, I think it was like you chop off like the little end right here, right? And then you cut it in half, and then you take off the skin? So let's do that. Oh. Okay. This is I think that every single cooking stream so far has used an onion, so hopefully this is our onion gains on full display. I will admit this is kind of different in that we're using the world's smallest onion, but in theory, you chop it the same way as you would a regular-sized onion, right? That knife is fucked. Hold on, let me actually like do the actual chopping of this onion first, okay? Let's give it a chance. Let's give it one more chance. Like I recognize that it hasn't started promisingly with like the top of this onion, but it's the knife's final stand, okay? It's just the last chance before it gets replaced by an actual probably decent knife. Okay. Alright, okay. But you know what? I believe in this knife. This thing I've owned for over a decade now. I've been using this for over a decade. It's like Custer's last stand, except it's a knife, alright? I believe in this knife. It's gonna cut through this onion like fucking butter. Guaranteed. I'll drink to that. Oh, there's a lot of like Bloody Mary seasoning at the bottom of this glass. Oh, hold on. That tastes like vodka. So, I don't know how well you can see this, but there's a lot of residue there at the bottom. I guess it's kind of settled out a bit. I'm gonna do my part, because I'm not gonna let any of this go to waste, but this is gonna be very grainy. Ugh. It's delicious. Ugh, okay, alright. Alright, that wasn't great. I will say the Bloody Mary mix in general is pretty good, but yeah, once it's like collected all like the Bloody Mary sand at the bottom, it's not great. Okay. Anyways, this should be like butter, right? What were we supposed to do? We're supposed to do it this way first or the other way? I think we determined last week it's a good idea to do this way first. Okay. Well, this is still not working wonderfully. It's because it's a small onion, so it's more dense, right? I think that's what it is. It's the onion's fault, it's not the knife. Okay, it's probably time to get a new knife, I guess. Man, I was really hoping if I just sharpened it really liberally, like that'd be the solution, but yeah, this is still kind of shit. Just like 10 or 12 slices is enough to get the job done for the small ass onion. Okay. Maybe it's the onion's fault. Maybe the onion's not ripe yet. Yeah, that must be it, dude. Perfect. I mean, I will admit it's better than it was last week, but it's still not great, not gonna lie. But I will say, at least my onion chopping skills are getting better. If you've been following the Dali progression on onion chopping, I actually feel like I did a pretty good job right here. This is pretty solid. Chat, be impressed, okay? If you saw me chop that first onion, you will know that, like, I've come a long way. Looks pretty good. Okay. That dump truck view, by the way, was a free preview of my OnlyFans coming soon, TM. Allie, ladies. The donate button is below the description, not to worry. Just saying. Oh, okay. Whew. We're good. I need to buy a new knife. Okay, we're good. Okay. All right, we're good. Okay, we're good. No fingers lost. Okay, Jesus. I need a better knife. Yeah, all right. It's time. It's definitely time. Let's be careful, SpongeBob. Let's be very careful. This is a very slippery onion, and it's very small, so it's a little harder to work with than normal. Oh, careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. All right. Okay. All right. No blood, we're Gucci. There was no knife contact with skin, but I will admit that kind of slipped right there in a way that if I was less lucky, that could have been a problem, but it's time for a new knife. I'll just say that. It is time for a new knife. If I'm going to keep doing these streams every week, eventually I will definitely cut my finger off using this knife, so yeah, as you can tell, I kind of have to put like a lot of force into that, so that's not ideal. But once again, look at that onion chopping right there. Ignore the almost lost finger. Those are at least nice little cubes right there. That's this. Sort of. Keep it as a relic. I mean, I'll keep it as like my backup knife. I'll keep it as like to remind me where I started. Because I'm assuming by the end of the series, I'll be like a master chef, right? I'll be like rivaling Gordon Ramsay. My Twitch stream will have long since been converted into a full-time cooking channel. People will tune in every week to watch me make grilled cheese properly instead of that awful bullshit that Gordon Ramsay's made in the past. Yeah. Alright, anyways, all this just to put this on the skillet. Alright, let's do it. Please watch a video on how to use a knife. I'm sure I use it fine, dude. This isn't called, like, Master Bachelor Cooking. This is called Clueless Bachelor Cooking for a reason. I'm not kidding when I say the clueless part. Okay.
Pepe D, back to the skillet we go.
Okay. It smells like last week. Man, this makes me want to have more Philly cheesesteak, honestly. Okay. Oh, yeah, the cutting the onion wasn't really getting to me until now all of a sudden, where it's just like, okay, that's a little strong. And now it says like to cook the onions first, and like right when they're done, then you add in the garlic at the last minute. So we're gonna do the garlic now. Okay. I want to make another Bloody Mary, but I want to make sure we don't fall behind here on the ingredient prep or whatever you want to call it. Needs to be a no backseating tag on stream. I mean, it's fine. I will admit that the part of the point of doing this bachelor cooking stream is to literally have the backseating be part of the experience. That's part of the content. When I'm raiding in WoW, backseating is a little bit annoying, but when I'm doing something that I fully admit that I'm clueless at, I'm more okay with it. Because like, I will admit, chat, like over the course of the past like couple of weeks or so, has actually been really helpful when it comes to some cooking stuff. Like last week, for example, when they told me to, like how to remove the pit from the bell peppers and like get the seeds out efficiently, like that worked beautifully, and I would have never known the way to do it unless chat told me to, so. I'm okay with some backseating here. I'm not gonna guarantee that I'll listen to you, but like, I'm actually okay with people just writing in all caps like, no, streamer, you're doing it wrong, do this instead. Because you've actually come up with some pretty decent suggestions, not gonna lie. Okay, how much garlic are we using here? It says 2 garlic cloves minced, but then that would imply that like it's only 1 if we're making a half recipe. But I'm gonna use 2 because number 1, I like garlic, and number 2, I like garlic. So we're just gonna use 2. And like I know there's a way to like get all the cloves out all at once, but I only need 2 of these, so we're gonna just kind of yeah. That was the gratuitous forearm shot for the ladies in chat. There you go. Okay. Now, like, what are you supposed to do again to get these out? Do you just like mash them like this? Ugh. See, streamers learning. Look at that. Oh. All right, gonna need 1 more garlic clove. Okay. Ugh. No one saw that. Actually, I think that just came out like perfectly. Holy shit. Did that literally just come out with like no... Yeah, dude, look at that! It's like, I didn't even have to do anything. I'm getting this good, boys. Alright, is this still salvageable? If I washed it, it's probably fine. You know what? Fuck it. I'm a garlic enjoyer. Let's go with 3 times the amount of garlic used in this recipe. Is it going to be extra garlicky? Probably, but is that ever a bad thing? Actually, no. The Alfredo sauce is gonna... I think that takes garlic as well that we're going to make. Okay, never mind. We'll just save this for the Alfredo sauce. Alright, cool. Needs more? Okay. It's tempting, but we're going to add more to the Alfredo sauce later. And last week I was trying to like ask chat how to properly mince garlic, and I didn't really get any sort of good tips, so we're just going to try our best to chop it... I don't know, finely, I guess. I think ideally you want to get this like to the point where it's as fine as like what you get inside like those little jars of like the jarred garlic jars, whatever the fuck you call it. But I feel like to get that consistency, either A, you need to be like professional chef god X, or B, you need to be using a food processor. Neither of which I have / am, so let's just instead risk chopping our fingers off with this shitty ass knife, shall we? Hand grater works good too. Yeah, I mean, I have a grater, but it's like... shit. Oh, okay, we're good. I've got it's like full size like this. Would this still work? Maybe it would actually. Okay, you know what? I don't know. Is this would work? I see some people say no. Well, okay, you know what? We'll try. We're gonna need more garlic for the Alfredo sauce that we make. We'll try this out for the Alfredo sauce. All right. We'll compare and see how it does compared to just hand chopping with the knife. Because we know hand chopping with the knife, it doesn't work perfectly, but it works like good enough. So we'll see which one does better in this context, I guess. Get a microplane, they're like $10. You know, Stave TV, I know you keep making suggestions like, oh, just buy this, use this instead. And like, I know on their own, it's not much. But you gotta keep in mind, man, like, I as far as like fancy cooking or any sort of extensive cooking at the moment, I do it a grand total of 1 time a week, and it's on stream. So I can't like, well, I could, but I don't really feel like justifying going out and buying like 20 different new things for cooking and spending like $500 on it. Number 1, I feel like the Clueless Bachelor cooking would lose some of its charm if it's less and less clueless over time. And number 2, I feel like it's almost more entertaining when I use like the ghetto stuff that I have instead. So, yeah, I know my cooking equipment could be better. My kitchen is literally stocked with the stuff you would find in a college undergrad's kitchen, because that's exactly what all of my cooking stuff is from. It's literally just all the stuff that came from my original undergrad apartment where I lived with other people. And the nice thing about that apartment was that when they all moved out, like they were all just like, well, I don't want any of this shit anymore, so if you want to keep it, you can. And so I was like, okay. So originally I lived in an apartment with 3 other people. And so like I had the kitchen equipment of like a kitchen ideally equipped to, I guess, you know, be served to allow 4 people to cook. I feel like I did a pretty good job here. But now I have it all to myself because they were all just like, they fucked off and they probably were just like, yeah, all this cooking equipment really sucks, so we don't really want this. We're gonna buy better stuff. So if you want this old shit, you can have it. I was like, all right, I will. It's free. All right, hey, look at this. Honestly, man, like, you know, we'll give the grater a chance, but I feel like this is pretty good, right? I think we did well. Chad, come on. Tell me I did well. Tell me I did a good job. That's okay, I'll wait. Hold on. Solid? Okay. Say you love me. Tell me I'm pretty. GG. All right, cool. We'll say this at least. This knife is okay-ish for cutting garlic. All right. Definitely should have mixed the garlic sooner. Oops, or the onions it is. Ooh, that smells nice though. All right. Time to get the money shot and sound. I could cut them out a bit, put a little, okay, that's a lot of words. I'm gonna just put the garlic on the skillet now, okay? Can I find a way to one-hand this? Probably not. Okay. Now you get the money shot. It does kind of feel silly that all of this is literally just going to go inside like a giant casserole dish, so I'm not even going to be able to taste this individually, so it's a lot of work for what feels like will probably be not a whole lot of payoff, but whatever, dude. It's about the journey, not the destination, right? Yes! That large-ass chunk of onion there kind of fucked up on that, but whatever. Let the onions speak. I mean, it's smelling amazing. Surprise, surprise, onions and garlic smells really good together. Who would have guessed? All right, what's up next? What are we doing? This scene needs to be an ASMR. I will say that one thing I will hopefully have, like after my little holiday break is over, I'll have like better audio quality for these streams, because I know it's kind of shitty when it's just like I'm using my phone's mic and it's like really echoey and shitty, but the audio quality is going to be significantly improved after Christmas, I promise. So this is the last Bachelor cooking stream with like scuffed audio. I can promise you that. All right. Now, next thing in the recipe is I don't know, but I need more alcohol, so let's do that. The first time around, we did very careful measurements and did very careful ratios of what our alcohol to Bloody Mary mix was. This time around, I'm gonna just sort of pour it and kind of wing it. So like we're gonna go with like that. And like that. Maybe a little bit more. All right. I fully recognize that what I'm about to do is about to be a giant mistake. I'm aware of the fact that I'm ruining a perfectly good Bloody Mary, but it wouldn't be a cooking stream without an excessive amount of Fireball, right? So to any bartender or any sort of like cocktail specialist in chat, I'm so sorry. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Oh no. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Hey, in fairness, Fireball is kind of spicy and kind of has a lot of spice to it, so it'll probably be fine, right? I'm not shaking it, obviously. We're just kind of like mixing it with a knife. This is gonna be great. Well, let's class it up. We'll add an ice cube as well. That was like one vodka shot and one Fireball shot, so we're doing okay. Oh my god. I wish I could just show you how this ice cube went inside this glass. Let's see if I can illustrate this. it didn't so much like splash into the glass, it more just like plopped into the glass, if that makes sense. So I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see this, but the consistency of this drink now looks very thick and kind of gooey. It'll be fine though. Fancy ice. Yeah, I do got the large ass ice cubes. The funny thing is my parents got it for me as like a Christmas present for sipping whiskey, but now I've kind of ascended and I no longer put ice in my whiskey, so. Alright, okay, alright. Full disclosure, I had no plans of actually doing this on stream. Like, I know that's kind of seemed like, oh, like he pre-planned to make this drink this nasty, but I didn't, but I kind of just realized in the moment, like, oh, this would be kind of funny, right? So, let's see how this tastes. This will be fine. This is gonna be fine. This is gonna taste great. This is gonna be great, I'm sure. It's gonna be great. You know, maybe I've just discovered the world's newest, like, hottest cocktail. You never know. Come on. Alright. Okay, well, if it's terrible, at least I'll know so I can recommend you don't do it. Because I'm sure plenty of you were planning on putting Fireball into your Bloody Marys. Let me mix this a little bit more. So, you know, it couldn't hurt, right? Okay. Cheers. You know what? That's actually not bad. No shit. Let's try again, let's try again. That is shockingly not terrible. I'm not gonna say it's the greatest drink I've ever had, but that works weirdly well. This is a Rage Pot. Wow, this is a recipe for Rage Pot. It's 1 part vodka, 1 part Bloody Mary mix, 1 part Fireball. I'll admit, I thought this was gonna be fucking disgusting, but honestly, I drink this, is just like, this is not bad! I don't know if I'd want to serve this to my friends, but like, you know, is this like one of those like, try to not puke when you drink it challenges? No, I can drink this. The fact that like the spice and the vinegar of the Bloody Mary mix kind of almost like balances out the excessive cloying sweetness of the Fireball. And they both have like sort of like the spicy taste to it, like the cinnamon of it, right? I would go as far as to say that it didn't make the drink worse, it just made it fine. Well, did it improve it at all? Debatable. But did it make it worse? Would I have it as my first drink of the day? Probably not. But does it work okay as your second drink? Kinda, actually. Oh yeah, the garlic. Okay, yeah, okay, maybe we should address that. Oh yeah, fuck, okay, we need to mix this up a little bit. Oh, okay, yeah, good call. We were a little too busy discovering our new drink invention. Yeah, it's a little more cooked than it should be, but it's fine. Whatever, dude, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Whatever, dude, it's fine. Oh, it smells so good, though. It's fine, whatever, dude, it's fine. Okay, yeah. Let's add this. Remember the pasta? Remember we cooked that 5 hours ago? Let's go ahead and add that now. Maybe I should add this like as part of like an actual segment to the Clueless Bachelor cooking. We try to like create some new drink that no one's ever tried before to see if it's any good. It can be like the Clueless bartender portion of the stream. Because like, you know, honestly, man, like, would you expect a Bloody Mary plus Fireball to be disgusting? Absolutely, but is it terrible? Shockingly, no. And I'm willing to put my taste buds on the line for your entertainment. Okay. Eventually, literally everything's being mixed in this bowl, so I'm fine with just adding it to the bowl now. Full fucking bis, boys. I don't care what it takes, including finding weird drink recipes. This is like finding some new bis item. This is like discovering some new cringe, unholy morb item that gives you 20,000% more haste or something that allows you to snapshot your Gary. What a great spec, by the way. Wow, let's stack all the Icy Talons ranks so that way I can get 9,000% more haste to make the spec even more cringe than it already was. Hooray! I love Wrath of the Lich King. What a great fucking game. Is this tomato juice? Oh, Jerome, this is so much more. Alright. What are we doing next? Onions done, garlic done. Coarsely chop the bacon, reserving about one. Okay. We're supposed to coarsely chop the bacon, reserving about 1/4 of a cup in a large bowl. Stir together the cooked pasta, bacon, chicken, onions, garlic, Alfredo sauce, sour cream, ranch cheese, and okay. We should probably chop the chicken now, right? Where the fuck's my cutting board? Oh, there it is. Alright, now it's time to cut this uncooked chicken, as Ali said earlier. Okay, but how are you supposed to cut chicken, by the way? Am I doing this right? Are you supposed to cut, like... It's back to this like we did last week. This is, like, with the grain. I'm assuming you're supposed to cut chicken against the grain like this, right? To make it more chewable? Chad, anyone want to confirm this? Diagonal? What? No. That would be, like, even more with the grain. There's no real way with chicken? Alright, I'm just gonna wing it then. Fuck it, dude. Whatever. I will say this is cooked well, though. This actually looks almost perfect. Not too, like, overcooked and dry and not, like, undercooked. I don't see any pink portions, so that's good. Dude, maybe I should rename the stream to, like, somewhat competent Bachelor cooking. I feel like I'm fucking nailing it right now. Honestly, I think this is gonna be great. Still gotta make the Alfredo sauce, but... up to this point, I'm gonna say that all the ingredients we've put together so far look not terrible, which is better than I expected. Add this to the... oh! Yeah, you know what? Do a little preview, see if the chef is doing what's doing this properly so far. It's fine. Tastes like chicken. It's good. Okay. Someone teach this man how to hold a knife. You know what? I'm gonna hold it even worse now that you're spurking at me. Every single fucking stream, like, yeah, streamer's holding it wrong. He's fucking it up. You know what? The stuff gets cut and chopped and sliced anyways. So you know what? I'm gonna break norms. I'm gonna break free from societal expectations of how you're supposed to cut stuff, and do this my own goddamn way. You know what? Fuck you guys. Look, it's still being cut. Look, it's still separating from each other. Wow. I'm about to innovate the knife industry. I'm about to show people how you actually truly hold a knife, okay? Oh yeah, look at this. Look at these strokes. These smooth, forceful strokes that are cutting the chicken far better than anything in chat's ever done. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ignore like the ignore the fact that like half of this is just being kind of ripped to shreds. It's being cut perfectly, I promise. Is this how Armadillo uses knife, by the way? Is this the secret to parsing? Is this dagger skill like 451? Is this 5-head? Nobody's ever discovered it? Looks good to me, dude. Alright. It's all you motherfuckers in chat like, yeah, you're using the knife wrong. Look at that, it's still chopped and cut perfectly fine. Imagine that. Wow. Cool. Whoa. Oh, careful, SpongeBob. Okay. Alright. Next thing up, we're supposed to chop the bacon. Now, I think what we're going to do is instead of... let's see, because I want to make the Alfredo sauce as well.
What a fucking liar, dude.
We're going to chop the bacon once we've already gotten started on the Alfredo sauce.
Liar, dude.
Make sure we're not just standing there doing nothing while we're making the Alfredo sauce. Also, this is for the chef only, like the remnants of like the garlic and onions. This is the I'm a little drunk portion, so I'm okay with showing this on stream. Mmm. Tastes like onions and garlic, so it tastes amazing. Okay. Anyways. What do we do next? Amaranth, is that you? Should I get a new bikini on? Should I try on a new bikini? I could put a tank top on. That'd be like the bro equivalent, right? 5 gifted subs right now, and I put on a tank top. I'll sell out. I'll whore out my body for subs. Alright. Let's start on the Alfredo sauce. How much for nipples? That's at least 100. Alright. Alfredo. Yeah. Skip all like the cool looking pictures. I just want to see like the actual recipe. Alright, here we go. Where's my food? It's been over an hour for a chicken bacon ranch. If you've watched these streams before, you would know this is never going to be a fast process. This is only something that happens over the course of 3 hours for one meal. But you know what? At least you've discovered that a Bloody Mary plus Fireball is not terrible. So you've learned something this stream, right? That's the only thing to take away. All right. Melt the butter in a large skillet over medium-low heat. Okay. So we're supposed to use a half a cup of butter, but we're making a half recipe again, so we want to use a 1/4 cup of butter. Okay. You know, once again, I really had no intentions of getting drunk for this stream, but I'm... 1 shot plus 4 shots worth of Bloody Marys into this, and I'm starting to feel a little bit frisky, but that's okay. God, this is gonna be so fucking good. Like, that's the great thing about these streams. I'm making like the perfect drunk food. So by the time I'm done making it, like I'm drunk and ready to eat the drunk food. I'm such a genius, man. These segments just like, these streams right here, they do themselves. Streamer makes food, memes himself, and then has drunk food once he's done. All right, half a cup. So I need a 1/4 cup? What the fuck's a 1/4 cup? Chat, all right, it's time for you to Google stuff again. What is a 1/4 cup in teaspoons? All the Europeans right now are very scared, so I need my NA chats to tell me what that is. You don't want to leave the paper on? Why not? Isn't the paper like part of the nutrition? 4? You're saying a 1/4 cup equals 4 tablespoons? 12? What? That's definitely not right. There's no way a 1/4 cup of butter. What? Hold on. Let me just get out one of the full sticks in here. Oh, well, shit. It's got the handy measure chart. I should have just read that and not listened to the chat. You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about, anyways. 1/4 cup equals 4 tablespoons. Oh, so you were right. Okay, so it's half a stick. God damn, half a stick. Jeez, this full recipe for Alfredo sauce, if I ever make the full recipe, calls for the entire fucking stick of butter. And this, kids, is why I'm making a half recipe, because that is a little much. All right, just half a stick. Could have just said that. I don't know. I'm assuming Europe has the same sort of like stick size of butter, right? Like I'm assuming Europeans, if like you have, when does a recipe, can a recipe say like half a stick of butter and like a European knows what I'm talking about? Because that's all I had to say. It was just literally just, okay, use half a stick. All right, I can do that. Kinda, yes. Yeah. I'm assuming half sticks of butter are probably the same around the world, right? I can't imagine they're too much different. All right. Okay, so what are we supposed to do here? Europe doesn't have butter? Unlucky, brothers. Here in America, we have real ingredients like butter and salt and cheese and Fireball. Hell yeah, brothers. Yeah, I wasn't even memeing, by the way. Like, you know, I could have been faking and be like, oh, it's good, I promise. It's like not even bad. I can drink this and be like, huh. Not bad. It could be better. Okay, anyways. Melt the butter in a large skillet over medium heat, add the garlic. Okay, so we're supposed to do more garlic here, I guess. I guess, oh, well, it says 1 garlic clove. Well, perfect. We've got 1 garlic clove. Nice. At this point, you can probably safely say this is the last time I'll ever use this knife, so. To this knife right here. Ugh, fuck. Ugh. This is like the final cooking stream tribute to this shit because it's kind of reached its... Well, you could argue that it was past its prime a while ago, but now it's especially past its prime. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, well that didn't work that well, but... okay. Smack it with the fist? Nah, dude. You gotta be forceful with it. You gotta force it as deep as you can. Gotta show the garlic who's boss. Okay, I'm supposed to do, I'm supposed to mince this. Okay, yeah, let's use the grater now. Let's see if this works any better. So should I use like the super fine thing or like the kind of fine thing? I feel like this one's probably the play. Let's go with this one. I think this is gonna waste a lot of garlic because a lot of it'll just get stuck in the walls of the... That is not working at all. That is literally just all just stuck in this. Okay, well, let's use... Yeah, fuck the grater. Alright, that worked for like a whole 5 seconds. Now we're using the knife. It worked fine with the knife before. Whatever, dude. Fuck it. Need a micro... Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they make like real garlic mincers or whatever, but that one right there is built for like full-on cheese and shit, which... I've seen like little mini graters before. I don't own one of those. A knife will work fine. We already proved that we can make this work with the knife. Okay. See? That looks fine. Alright. Half of it disappeared. Yeah, exactly. I was grating and it's like the clove was starting to disappear and nothing was coming out the bottom, so it was literally just disappearing into the ether of the grater, which is not the play. Okay, so we're supposed to melt this thing of butter. I used this earlier for the noodles. I'm assuming noodles aren't toxic, so I'm just gonna go ahead and not wash this and just start melting the butter. That's probably fine. And so what else do we need to put in there? Garlic, it says, cook for 1 minute while stirring, whisk in the cream, which I have. Italian seasoning, okay. It doesn't want me to boil it though. Okay. 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 I should have started melting the garlic earlier. Or that butter, whatever. Noodles are not toxic? According to chat, if you ask them, the way I cook them, where I never stirred them once, apparently makes them toxic and it's literally gonna kill you the moment it hits your lips, but... Spoiler alert, I was able to put the noodles in the bowl just fine. This is very cold, by the way, but it's okay. We're gonna mix it together in a sec. Or we're gonna heat it up in a sec, so it's fine. Alright, I'm gonna take a piss while the butter ideally heats up and starts to melt, so... Chat, let me know when once it's melted, okay? Cool. Oh, okay, well, you can kind of see it. I'll be right back. The eternal question, did he wash his hands? The world will never know. I've had the skillet on this entire time. Do I need skillet anymore? I don't think I do. Okay, so keep in mind, this recipe that we're currently making right now doesn't require that you home make the Alfredo sauce. It literally just says use a jar of Alfredo sauce. And it's kind of weird that it says Alfredo sauce even though we're making something that's chicken, bacon, ranch. We'll get to the part that's the ranch part in a bit, but I'm assuming this tells us to use Alfredo just because it looks like ranch. It's as gooey and slimy as ranch, but I don't know. I guess most people might respect the idea of Alfredo more than they respect the idea of ranch. Plus, I'm pretty sure Europeans don't necessarily have ready access to ranch. Oh, if you're European in chat, and I know there's plenty of you, is ranch dressing something you would find frequently in a grocery store? Like, if you go to a grocery store, like, can you just ask like the person in the grocery store, like, hey, do you have ranch? Would they just be like, oh yeah, of course we do? Or would they be like, ranch? What the fuck? Is that the garlic? Whoa. All the stores have ranch? Do they really? Because I feel like I've always been told by Reddit at least that like ranch is like exclusively like an American thing, and like, oh, it's such an American thing that only Americans would ever buy. But if I've been lied to this entire time by Reddit, is ranch something that's pretty commonly found in Europe? Is that a thing? Okay. What do we do next? All right, we gotta do this like somewhat quickly now. Okay, so we're doing cream, heavy whipping cream. Okay. This is definitely the first time I've ever bought heavy whipping cream in my life. I don't even know what this is, to be honest. It's just like, well, heavy whipping cream. Great value, of course, because, well, I mean, this is Clueless Bachelor cooking after all. What is heavy whipping cream? What actually, how do you make this?
What a fucking
ingredients are
liar,
heavy cream,
dude.
which what is that? Is that like butter but like less whipped or something? I don't fucking know. Whatever. We're gonna use 1 cup of it. Now, I considered using something like just half and half or just like whole milk for this, but the recipe was very clear, like, no, you have to use heavy whipping cream. It's just not the same without the whipping cream. It's either heavy whipping cream or if you ruined it, then you have to make like some sort of roux and shit. So I was like, okay, fine, we'll use the whipping cream. All right, Jesus. Yes, sir. So I guess this is a vital part of Alfredo sauce. What will I do with this other heavy whipping cream? I have no idea. I've never used this for anything in my life, nor do I plan on using it ever again for anything else in my life. But can you just drink this? Is this a thing? This is for human science right here. Cheers, chat. Whew. Oh, that was heavy. It tastes like melted ice cream, but without sugar. So it kind of tastes like if you took all the sugar out of ice cream and you let it melt and then you took a shot of it. That's what it's like. Now you know. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Alright. Put Fireball in. I think we've added enough Fireball to certain drinks that's not supposed to have Fireball for one stream. Thank you very much. They must use that in ice cream then, because it tastes like ice cream, basically. Alright, it's 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I didn't know that this was actually a thing. I thought Italian seasoning, like, they mean like oregano, right? But no, apparently there's like an actual jar of stuff of Italian seasoning. It's got like a bazillion just different things in it, so. It says 1 teaspoon. I could measure this, but I'm just gonna kind of wing it and just assume that whatever I do is enough or not enough or too much or somewhere in between. That's probably fine. Okay. What else? Alright, salt and pepper. Oh shit, it's time. Alright, you're supposed to add like a teaspoon or some shit of salt, so I'm gonna add a teaspoon. Like so, it's a teaspoon, a couple more teaspoons, okay. Teaspoon of salt. And then a quarter teaspoon of pepper, okay. Quarter teaspoon, adding a quarter teaspoon, little quarter teaspoon, okay. Nice. Okay. And now we whisk it up until it's thickened but not boiling. Sure. This is supposed to thicken, apparently. I don't know how, because this feels really thin at the moment, but I'm gonna trust in the science that this recipe tells me is gonna happen. Okay. I might have added a little bit too much seasoning. I don't think Alfredo sauce is really supposed to be this color. But let's just say it's gonna reduce, so it's fine. It's gonna reduce into something that's fine, right? Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Alright. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. That looks very black for a Alfredo sauce, but the chemicals are going to break down, and the proteins are going to get degraded, and the vitamins are going to release, and it's going to cause this to become perfectly Alfredo colored. So am I missing something? This is so thin. Alright, I guess I'm just supposed to like whip this. It's supposed to be like slightly thickened, and then I add the Parmesan cheese. That'll probably thicken it up quite a bit. Let's turn up the heat a little bit. This is fine. I will say it smells like Alfredo sauce, sort of. Can't see this all this well. Hold on. There we go. That's better. Just add salt. Yeah, I mean, that's never a bad idea, right? Any sort of cooking dish has probably been improved historically by just adding salt for it. That pot, all right, you know what? This pot has a lot of history behind it. Like, yeah, I realize it looks scuffed. If you saw the inside of it before I started cooking it, you would realize that it's definitely scuffed, but this pot's got a lot of history. It's got a just pretend it's cast iron. Pretend it's got a lot of like seasoning in it, okay? It's this pot's been through a lot. It's been abused by multiple roommates. It's been used for dishes that it really probably shouldn't have been used by. It's definitely been abused by this stream already a little bit, but I'd like to think that a non-stick skillet that I bought from Walmart 10 years ago could eventually become seasoned to the point where it adds extra flavor to dishes that otherwise would not have existed, right? Is that a thing? It's a thing. Okay, we're not supposed to boil this. It's definitely kind of boiling a little bit. Alright, in fairness, this is starting to look more white and less, like, black like it was at the start. Alright, so it's looking okay. It's looking okay. Was this originally a non-stick pot? Based on the comments from last week's stream, my response to that question is no comments. Not relevant. Doesn't matter. It's actually a thing. Well, I know it is a thing for cast iron, but I'm pretty sure it's not actually a thing for, you know, whatever the fuck this pot's made of. It's not cast iron, I can tell you that. You're scraping the inside of the pot to add extra flavor, right? Add those extra little metal non-stick shavings. Teflon is one of the forbidden seasonings. Exactly, dude. Tastes like shortened lifespan. Yeah, heavy metal poisoning. Okay, I feel like this is getting like slightly thicker, sort of, I guess, kinda. I I don't know. Is this thickened at all? Does this look thick to you, chat? Would you qualify this slightly? Like, that's what the recipe says. Slightly thickened. Can you hear the thickness? I sort of can. Hold on. I need a little. Come on. It's fine. It's probably thickened-ish, kind of. I'm impatient, dude. I just want to add the Parmesan already. Like, I get, like, it's supposed to be something where you kind of be a little bit patient and you wait a little while, but... I would need this. Oh, shit. Okay, that's what I need to do. I need to preheat the oven. This is something I knew I was going to forget. Thankfully, I just remembered, like, now. Could have remembered, like, 5 minutes from now and had to be way too late, but let's preheat the oven, shall we? Okay. Yeah, the Parmesan's going to think of. I'm just going to add the Parmesan now. Fuck it. So this comes from the original meatballs and mozzarella stream right here. And we're finally going to use probably most of the rest of this, so... Never say that the ingredients that we use on these streams doesn't go to waste. They'll get used eventually, right? There you go. We're supposed to use 2 cups of freshly grated Parmesan. 2 cups. I'm not using a measuring stick. I'm just kind of wing this, whatever. For all you Europeans in chat, I know the concept of using a cup is very scary, but that's okay. To not intimidate you, I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to fucking wing it. Now, we're supposed to use half a recipe, right? Because we're making a half recipe. So we're using 1 cup. Yeah, whatever, dude. Okay, there we go. That was a cup. So for those keeping track at home, if you want to measure out a cup, that's how you do it. You just pour the entire fucking bag in there. That's a cup. That is the SalvDali guarantee. Oh, okay. Admittedly, when that isn't quite cold anymore, the fireball is more noticeable. Yep, okay, that's fine. Ooh, that is immediately getting thicker, though. I do like the look and feel of this. Looks like I'm drinking bloody mud. Yeah, this is an approximation of what's coming out of my asshole in probably 4 or 5 hours from now. Tastes like death. Okay. Ooh, well, okay. I will admit that this still looks maybe a little bit more peppered than standard Alfredo sauce, but it's starting to get that like the thickness of it. Like, ooh, oh shit, look at that. Looks okay. All right. Let's see if you can like the what's the word I'm looking for here? The the sloppiness, the thickness. All right. Okay. I've never made Alfredo sauce before, but this feels like I'm probably doing okay, right? This is, by the way, what the drink looks like up close. See that little like gold rim around the top of the drink? I'm pretty sure the fireball has kind of risen to the top, and it's now just like a little layer of fireball on top of the drink. Yeah. It's not amazing. First assessment was it tasted fine. The second assessment after having it just sit there for like 20 minutes is maybe you should just make the Bloody Mary as is. Maybe there's no need to add fireball to it. Weirdly enough, right? Surprise, surprise. All right, anyways, what are you supposed to do? At this point, it's just like, I don't know, add pasta and it's ready to go, but we're not adding this to pasta, we're adding this to our chicken bacon ranch. Okay. Scrape the sides to get all the goodness. Okay. And this is the result of using a low quality metal stove, electric stove. This kind of just spins on its own. Okay. It's looking pretty good. Like, once again, did I add way too much Italian seasoning and pepper and salt? Yeah, probably, but It's gonna reduce in the oven, so it's fine. Yeah, honestly, dude, no, it seems pretty good. I mean, this seems like kind of the consistency you want from Alfredo sauce. Maybe like not quite as thick as it should be yet, but it'll thicken up in the oven, and like once we add it to the rest of the ingredients, it's probably fine, dude. Is this even on? It is. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, shit. Okay, well, see that little light? That means it's on. Okay, we're good. We're good. In fairness, we're supposed to have this on like literally like the lowest heat possible right now, so I'm just doing what the recipe tells me to. Okay. The more it reduces, the saltier to get. No. The salt is going to evaporate and just leave only the delicious sauce. That's science. Got a little spuge in my portable charger. Tastes like lithium. All right. Last thing we'll do while we're waiting for that sauce to thicken up a little bit more is, I guess, chop up the bacon. Professional cooking stream, by the way. I know exactly what I'm doing, I promise. It's all the boys in chat right now. If you actually took that shot with me a little earlier, this is for you. Cheers. Thank you for participating. Thank you for making me feel a little bit less degen than I actually am. I look forward to like sipping this less and less each time I sip it. Maybe I'll mix it a little bit more. It's not as good once it's warmed up a little bit. Okay. Let's chop up the bacon, shall we? Hey, what's up, Lido coming out with the gifted tier 1 sub. Oh shit. It's just that easy. Your gifted tier 1 sub will go directly to the Hot Pockets, Doritos, and oh my, a crunchy bacon fun. Oh, okay, this is worth some ASMR right here. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Come on. Now look, does this seem dry as fuck to the point where using turkey bacon is a mistake compared to real bacon? No comments. But I will say, that's quite the satisfying sound, and the feeling of chopping this feels really fucking nice. Now it says the recipe says to coarsely chop this, so I don't want to like chop this down to like super tiny bits. Just like chop this into, I don't know, medium-sized bits. There's a Hypnotic coming in out with the tier 1 sub now for 9 months. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Your sub will go directly to the Hot Pockets, Doritos, Chicken, Bacon, Ranch, Bloody Mary, and Fireball Fund. It is just that easy. Thank you, sir. Oh, that's a nice sound, dude. It's a nice feeling, honestly. All right, I think this qualifies as coarsely chopped, right? I don't want to get to the point where it's just like bacon powder, because that'd be underwhelming, but this is pretty good. All right. When does ranch come to play? Soon, I promise, soon. Okay, speaking of which, by the way, it's getting a little bubbly, so I think it's done. Oh, ooh. Hold on, boys. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's ready to go. Alfredo sauce, ready to pump. Nice. Take that off the heat. Okay, I think it's officially time to combine all the ingredients together. Say hello, chat. This is you. Hello. All right, it's time. We haven't added the ranch seasoning, but it's just about time, I promise. Okay. So we've already got like the onions plus garlic plus chicken plus pasta in here. And so now we've finished making the Parmesan, or the Alfredo, so we can go back to the CBR recipe that we're following. We're supposed to add all this shit into the bowl. So it says coarsely chop the bacon, reserving about 1/4 of a cup in a large bowl. So we're supposed to use most of the bacon in here, but not all of it. So let's put in like... maybe this much inside, and we're gonna save the rest for later. Okay. Put that over there. Stop calling it bacon. Oh, fuck off. It's still bacon, all right? Yeah, it's not like, oh, it was a streamer. It's turkey bacon, so it's not real bacon. You know what? It's still gonna taste like bacon, I promise. Okay, so pasta's in there, bacon's in there, chicken's in there, onions are in there, garlic's in there, Alfredo sauce. Okay. Now, I don't know exactly how much Alfredo sauce is supposed to go in here, but I'm gonna just pour it all because, like, what the fuck else am I gonna use Alfredo sauce for besides just this? So if this is too much, and it probably is, then, well... Oh my god, it smells so good. I mean, okay, surprise, surprise, it smells like Alfredo sauce. That's gonna come as a big shock to you guys, but... I'm not gonna lie, boys, I think I fucking nailed it. Did I add way too much pepper, way too much Italian seasoning, way too much salt? Absolutely, but you know what? I don't even care, because if you go to like a super classy Italian restaurant, this is exactly what I expect it to smell like, which smells like... Oh yeah, oven's ready. Nice. For those questioning the consistency of this Alfredo sauce right here, let me just make sure you know exactly what we're working with right here. That's really salty. It's okay, it's gonna reduce, it's fine. All right. Not gonna lie though, memes aside, that is actually fucking delicious. Okay. Mix with hands. That is very tempting, to be honest, but I will say, if anything, this is really hot. Like, that's actually just kind of burned my finger a little bit. I tried to ignore it because of the memes, but yeah, let's not do that. No more Fireball for me. I resent that comment, so I'm gonna drink more Fireball Bloody Mary. This is getting less and less good by the minute. Ugh. Okay. What else are we supposed to do here? Alfredo sauce. Okay, sour cream. All right, so this is yet another compromise we're making for this this dish right here. This dish calls for sour cream, and so back when I used to be more, I guess, min-maxy of my fitness and more min-maxy of my diet, one tip that I learned along the way is that any dish that calls for sour cream, a substitute that you can use that is significantly better for both like your calorie counts and for your just, I guess, like nutrition in general, is you can very easily replace just plain Greek yogurt. You can replace sour cream with plain Greek yogurt. It sounds weird, but if you've ever tasted the two, you would know that like they actually taste very similar to each other. Like plain ass Greek yogurt, when it's completely unsweetened and unflavored, tastes shockingly close to sour cream, and it is significantly better macro-wise because instead of sour cream that has a shitload of fat, you'll say that it has a grand total of 0 fat, 15 grams of protein per serving. Excellent for the gains. So because of that, we're gonna use Greek yogurt instead of sour cream today. Judge me all you want, but unlike the turkey bacon, I promise you, okay, if you want to say fuck the turkey bacon, that's like heresy shit, memes aside, I don't blame you. But for the Greek yogurt instead of sour cream, I promise you, this is like it tastes exactly the same, and it's just 1000% better as far as like healthiness is concerned, or like fitness is concerned, whatever. This is your memes aside, like 5-head tip of the stream. Use plain Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. Just as good and better for you. All right. Now it's how much am I supposed to use for this? Says 2/3 of a cup, but we're doing half recipe, so like 1/3 of a cup. I don't know what that is. We're just gonna add like, bleh. That's good enough. And the rest, I'll just eat. Tastes like sour cream. All right. All right, here comes the ranch part. Everybody keeps asking like, well, where's the ranch part? Isn't this chicken bacon ranch? Okay, here you go. Now, I honestly didn't even realize this was a thing, but apparently this is a thing. They sell ranch seasoning packets to basically like take generic white goo of like sour cream plus Alfredo sauce, and you can then turn it into what tastes like ranch with like, I guess what they add to ranch dressing to make it taste like ranch. The ingredients are maltodextrin, buttermilk salt, monosodium glutamate, garlic, onion, lactic acid, calcium lactate, spices, just spices, okay. Citric acid, less than 1% of, calcium stearate, artificial flavor, xanthan gum, carboxymethylcellulose, guar gum, natural flavor. Just natural flavor, okay. And dried asterisk. That's literally all it says. I shit you not. It literally just says the final ingredients in this ingredient list. Dried asterisk. It just stops there. All right. But I assume what this is gonna do is make this taste like ranch dressing. So I know you keep asking like, where's the ranch? Here's the ranch. We got the chicken in here. We got the bacon in here. Here's the ranch. We're supposed to add how? I'm just gonna add all of it. Fuck it, whatever. I don't care. All right. Seems legit. Just generic white tasting powder. It's probably ranch. I don't know. All right, and then the final thing we add to this is 1 cup of mozzarella. All right. Is that too much ranch? That's probably fine. How much was I supposed to add? I don't know. I was supposed to add oh no. I might have, okay. Well, I was supposed to add 1 tablespoon. How much was this entire packet? 28 grams. How much is that? Chad, do the conversion for me. How much is convert 28 grams to tablespoons, would you? I'll wait, that's okay. A tablespoon's about 4 ounces. Wait, that's definitely not right. 28 grams is small. What? Okay, you guys are not helping at all. 4 grams. Okay, so you're saying it's 4 grams, and I added 28 grams. Alright. Despite the fact that I like to meme it up on these streams, I should probably take that some of that out, because that's probably... Well, I don't want to completely ruin this dish. Okay, well... Okay. Let's take some of this out, shall we? Memes are appreciated, but at the same time, I do want this to taste halfway decent, so we're gonna take out at least... I don't mind having, like, sort of an excessive amount, because, like, that's fine, but... Alright. That's probably still too much, but... There we go. We've taken out, like, at least a decent chunk. It's fine. It's getting cold? Dog, I'm gonna be real with you. It was cold a long time ago. This recipe is supposed to take 40 minutes to cook. Out of curiosity, how does this taste? I got a little extra, like, Alfredo plus Greek yogurt in there. Ugh. Imagine someone took you to a ranch dressing factory and took like a giant turkey baster and just absolutely blasted that shit straight up your asshole. And imagine your asshole had taste buds. That was kind of what that was like. Okay. That's a lot. But it tastes like ranch, so mission accomplished, I guess. Oh. Oh. Alright. This is fine. I don't mind my thing tasting like ranch. It's all good. Okay. What do we do next? I think we're almost done, actually. I think it's about time to put this in the oven. Last thing is... Yeah, okay, the mozzarella. Nice. Now, you might remember from last week when we did our Philly cheesesteak, we were supposed to do just like mozzarella on the Philly cheese, or it was supposed to be only provolone, but I couldn't find like pure provolone, so like I ended up just going with like the kind of ghetto solution of the shredded provolone plus mozzarella. The recipe this week calls for a cup of mozzarella and not provolone, but I couldn't find just shredded mozzarella, so I was like, we balanced ourselves out by having mozzarella last week when we shouldn't have, so this week we'll balance ourselves out by having provolone that we shouldn't have. So we're gonna just do it. I guess it's supposed to be a half a cup since we're making half a recipe. I feel like half the things we've added so far have been for the full recipe and not half, but whatever. Okay, it's supposed to be one, if we're doing a half recipe, 1 cup. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball 1 cup, which is like a nice little fist of That's a lot. That's fine. Okay, I like cheese. It's all good cheese. Okay, all right, that's fine. Too late now. Can't take it out. Okay, all right. Yeah. I like a little. I like a little casserole with my cheese, so it's all good. I have a little more Greek yogurt as well. This is literally pure protein. If you're looking to like get some gains, put a little bulk on those skinny ass bones of yours. Greek yogurt, literally just like this is like the goo of the gods right here. Mmm. Pure gains, right here. White gooey deliciousness in my mouth for all of your protein needs. Okay. And I think at this point we just mix this up, put it into a casserole dish, and we bake this in the oven. Okay. We need to season with salt and pepper to taste. All right, that should do.
Back to DMT. Back to your jamba. Back to Ogrima.
Whew, that smells like pepper. Okay.
I don't care
Nice.
what it takes.
And then... Oh, that's a lot of pepper. Okay, that's all right. That's okay. Yeah. And now we mix this up and we spoon it into the baking dish. Okay, cool. What do I use to mix this? Probably just a fork is fine, right? All right, this feels weird because it feels like I'm almost mixing like... Feels like I'm baking or something. I'm mixing this like to bake, but I'm not baking. I'm like... I mean, I'm gonna put this in a casserole dish or like a little loaf pan, but I'm not gonna lie, this smells amazing. This, oh my god, dude. Oh, now that I mixed this all up, oh shit, this smells nice, dude. This is gonna be actually really good. Terrible for me. This has so much cheese, so much salt. At least the bacon, we kind of went a little bit healthier wise, but this kind of just feels like when I mix it up. Let me, can you, I'm gonna mix this up in front of you with no noise. You can probably just hear the unhealthiness. But it's gonna be, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be delicious. I can eat this, right? I can just eat this like off the fork because I'm pretty sure there's no raw ingredients here, right? We're good. Cook this all technically. Let's see. Before we bake this, how does it taste? Really fucking salty. I should probably tone it down to the salt memes the next few weeks because, yeah, that's a little much, but salt aside, it's good. It is good. Okay. It's going to reduce in the oven. It's fine. Okay. All right. Yeah, surprise, right? Let's add it to the thing now. Now, we're supposed to use a casserole dish, but since I'm making a half recipe, I'm going to use a loaf pan like this and assume this is good enough. So let's oil this shit up. Okay, yes, I went overboard in the salt. I acknowledge that. I am aware of the fact that like my memes are costing me because it's too much salt. A, from adding too much salt. B, from adding way too much ranch seasoning. And B, from adding too much salt again. But it's still good, I promise you that. I should probably eat this in very small portions. I will say that. But overall, if you actually follow the recipe in a way where you actually put the actual recommended amount of salt in it and not meme it up like I do, this is tasting quite nice, I promise you. It's my heart? Yeah, exactly. Once you're like 60 plus years old, is life really worth living at that point anyways? At that point, you might as well just go out on top. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, very salty, but delicious. Okay, so last part we're gonna add to this before we just put it in the oven, or in the oven. I think we need to top it with cheese and reserve the rest of our bacon. Okay. So, looks like a cup of shredded cheddar. It's like half a cup of cheddar and I think just like, yeah, some of the other cheese. Okay. So this part's basically just a garnish. So, as any good casserole should be, you gotta basically just make sure the entire top part is coated with oh my god, I almost feel I need to share this with friends, because like I don't need to eat all of this. If I eat all of this, I will probably legitimately have a heart attack and die. But god, it does look amazing. A little more cheese. All right. New cheese is gonna need some salt. Just add a little salt on top for some extra seasoning. Okay. Okay, that's the remaining bacon, it says. Oh. And then let's just make this spready on top. Oh, come on, gotta spread the bacon in a way where it's like evenly distributed, of course. All right, okay, there we go. I do sort of wish I added less salt. Yeah, this would be absolutely fucking amazing with a little less salt. It's still gonna be fine, it's still gonna taste good, but I'll probably just have to chug a lot of water as I eat this. Okay, there we go. Now, ignore the actual taste and ignore the amount of salt it has. Are you gonna tell me this doesn't look pretty fucking good? Alright. Let's toss that into the oven. Got this shit on 375. Now it says cook it for 20 to 25 minutes, but that is the full recipe, so I think for like half a recipe, We're gonna go with 15 and call it good enough. Looks like pizza casserole. I resent that comment. I put a lot of work. How long have we been going now? 2.5 hours. Jesus Christ. By the way, if you read the recipe and you follow along the recipe we're currently cooking, this is supposed to take about 45 minutes, so. Do we maybe add a little bit of extra time for the memes? Probably, but it's all worth it for the Fireball Bloody Mary. All right. This is getting really bad. It started off fine, but now it's getting pretty fucking awful as it warms up. I'm just gonna chug this. So if you're sitting here in chat right now, and you're nursing the fuck out of your drink as well, this is the time to finish it. Okay? I'm gonna just finish this shit and just accept the consequences of my mistakes. You need to do so as well. All right? Cheers, chat. That was good. That was really good. It was good. It was great. See, doesn't this look good and appetizing and delicious? Yeah, that was great. Make sure to like and subscribe, by the way, for more cooking tips. I know what I'm doing, I promise. That was so fucking bad, holy shit. The first half went down fine, the second half was just like the most vile shit I've ever tasted. The older I get, the more I realize that the thing that really makes a horrible hangover, it's not how much I drink, and it's not the quality of alcohol I drink. It's the amount of sugar I consume when I'm drinking. If I drink just like straight whiskey, or just straight liquor in general, or like mostly just beer, I'm fine. But if I just have something like Fireball that's just like sickeningly sweet, or like a lot of just like really mixed sweet fruity drinks, or a lot of wine, that's what does it. Jesus Christ, man. That's what just fucking kills me the next day. It's just like super sugary drinks. So had I just stuck to just like the plain old vanilla Bloody Mary, I'd probably been fine, but adding those Fireball shots in could be a problem. Oh my God, man. Why doesn't no one tells you this when you're growing up and like you're learning how to drink? No one tells you like what's the secret to avoid a hangover? Everyone just says like, oh, just drink a lot of water. Like, yeah, that helps, but avoid like the basic bitch sugar drinks. My God, man, what am I doing? This is such a mistake. I know. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna feel like absolute shit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, beer's a lot of sugar. Beer just tires me out. Beer just is the sort of drink where after I have 3 of them, I just want to go to bed. I don't know what the science is behind doing that versus drinking other types of sugary drinks, but yeah, that I don't feel great after that shit. After that, okay. Well, now we just wait, because now we got 11 minutes while this bakes. Fuck ton of carbs in beer. What? Carbs is, I mean, sugar is carbs. Carbs doesn't necessarily equal sugar. Like they're not like the same, right? Like sugar is just like a type of carb. The carbs in general isn't necessarily bad. It's like saying eating more bread will make you more hungover. Like they're not. Do some squats for subs. I'm not gonna do squats because fuck leg day. But I can do some curls. How about that? You know what I'm gonna do? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do this because I just looked outside and you know what, Chad? It's starting to snow a little bit. Oh shit. It doesn't seem like we're getting like a full-on snowfall event before I go home for the holidays, but at the very least it's like flurrying right now. Let's see if you can see this at all. if you squint really hard, you can probably see some snow flurries right there. Okay. All right. I've got a bunch of salts and a bunch of like white goo flowing through me. This at least will burn off some of the white goo I'm about to eat, right? This is gratuitous, and I know this is such a giant douchebag thing to do, but I promise you, the only reason I'm doing this is because I do legitimately feel a little bit guilty about the amount of calories I'm about to consume. So like, this makes me feel a little bit better about like, maybe these calories will at least go to a bit of a better use than just sitting on my ass being a lazy piece of shit. Alright, there we go. That's enough. Yeah. I'll get the dumbbells later. Alright. Oh, okay. I never really lift when I'm kind of buzzing. Okay. My arms look good. I mean, oh, Christ. I'm not going to try to say I'm the most jacked person in existence, but I'm not going to lie. There are many things I'm insecure about when it comes to my my entire existence. At the very least, I was very insecure about how I looked before I started working out back in college, but once I did, that's one of the few things I'm at least okay with. I feel like I'm never like self-conscious about how I look, at least. You can't take me serious with this haircut. Yeah, I know my haircut's not great, but in fairness, I need to do one, and I know it's kind of bowl cut-ish, but in my defense, I'm like half Asian, and like clearly I got my hair genes from my Asian side, and no matter how I get my hair cut, after a while it just starts to look like a bowl cut, no matter what. It literally just starts to look like a black hoodie that I'm wearing on my head. Like, I can't fix that. I've tried every single type of haircut in existence, and it looks like a bowl cut after about 2 months, so there's nothing I can do about it, dude. If I get a buzz cut like a man after 3 months, it looks like a bowl cut. It doesn't matter what I do with it, I promise. I've tried almost every haircut in existence. It looks terrible after 3 months, no matter what, guaranteed. I'm so jealous of white people hair, because white people hair, like, it's nice and thin, and it's just like, it'll style in any way you want, and it'll like lay down super flat, and like it'll just look, but this hair, it just poofs up, it does this, okay? If I put it like this way, it just stays. It's so fucking rigid and annoying and awful. Like, it's not the plan, dude. It's not the plan. So, you should get it cut every month. Yeah, just spend $9,000 every month. No thank you, dude. I just keep streaming, put headphones on so you can hide out. I can hide how terrible my haircut is. Yeah, get the zoomer haircut. Dude, I can't make my hair do that. Like, the zoomer, kind of like the ramen haircut where you have like the ramen noodles on top of your head. No thank you, sir. So yeah, I know it doesn't look great. I acknowledge that my haircut is not wonderful. It never has been. I've never been a fashionable person. I've never had a fashionable haircut or a fashionable wardrobe. I wear cheap ass t-shirts, sweatpants, and have like stupid ass bowl cut because I don't get my hair cut often enough. It is what it is. What can I say? Yeah, not the fuckboy. The funny thing is, like, it used to be, at least what I would call like the Hitler Youth haircut, and then eventually kind of morphed into the TikTok haircut, where it's basically the Hitler Youth haircut of having like ultra short on the sides with like long on top, and just the TikTok haircut made it so you made it like the ramen look on top. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You remember the long hair gold days? Yeah, that's the thing, Lido. Like, I tried to grow it long, and it's just like, the more and more it grew, people normally say like, oh yeah, don't worry. You gotta just get through the awkward phase, and then it starts to look good. Just gotta get to the long point. And like, I waited for the awkward phase to end for like 4 months, and it just didn't end. It just stayed looking. It got worse and worse, and just more and more terrible over time. So, yeah, I don't like my hair. My hair has always been one of the sticking points that I just fucking hate about my, I guess, genetics that I can't fix. But what am I supposed to do? I don't know. Isn't the Hitler Youth haircut a fade? Well, I mean, yeah, kinda. You missed 3 hours of cooking stream? Well, that's your fault, dude. Let's see how the casserole's doing. Ooh. This is with... We've successfully killed 10 minutes. Good job, us. Okay. It's supposed to say, it basically just says, like, cook until the cheese is melted and the entire thing is, like, warm all the way through. Which, it's looking pretty good. I know maybe it's a little hard to see, but the cheese is looking melty, the bacon's looking crispy. I'm sure everybody's like, ew, streamer, it looks like turkey bacon. Ew, gross. But if I hadn't told you it was turkey bacon, would you actually know at this point? And of course all the chat's just like, yes, of course we would. Yeah, sure. To be fair, cutting the back is painful, but it's a buzz cut, doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. I know my hair looks like shit. I acknowledge that. I get that. It always has. It always will. I'm not sure what I can do about it at this point. I get on the stream next week and I look like, what? That's the thing. Okay, hold on. We'll go to the main screen for this because I want to address this. Lido suggesting, like, just make your hairs look like this, streamer. If I could make my hair look like this, I promise you, I would. But the issue is that if I request a cut like this, is it gonna like do this like this cool wavy shit where it just like goes back and like, oh, like sticks nice and goes like nice in this direction and that direction, every direction? Because he's even got like the shitty Asian hair fuzz where like it doesn't even fully grow a beard, so you got to stick to like the stubble, because if you go anywhere past stubble, it just looks like dog shit. Kind of like what I have. Yeah. But here's the problem. Does my hair go back and wavy and look all good like this? No, it doesn't. It just does this. I can try to comb it and style it and put in what direction I feel like, but at the end of the day, after a couple of hours of just walking around and being a normal human being, the fuck am I supposed to do about that? Gotta use product in my hair if you want to hold it. I don't want to do that though. I don't give a shit about using product. Number one, I don't care about how my hair looks that much. And number two, I don't want to spend the money on how much my hair looks like, so no thank you, sir. God tier hair genetics. Hey, at least I can feel fortunate that, yeah, like I'm not balding or anything. Like my hairline's doing fine. That's the good news, but it comes at a cost of my hair being just like not good. It is what it is. Get a Vegeta haircut. Yeah, great. Doesn't like how hair looks, refuses to do it. Well, just come on. Like, you're not doing anything about it. Your hair looks terrible, but you could do something about it. Like, that's the thing I'm jealous about other types of hair. Like, basically almost any other hair in existence. Okay, admittedly, black people hair is also a pain in the ass, but like, basically just if you're a white dude, your hair is for the most part very malleable and very easy to. It's easy to make it do what you want it to do. But yeah, my hair is annoyingly thick and rigid and awful. White privilege, exactly. Delete all white hair, exactly. Any white person just is too privileged. They're not allowed to have hair anymore. I agree. Your hair is so malleable it fucking fell off when you were 25. Unlucky, brother. That's the thing. Whenever I put headphones on stream, it feels better because I feel like whenever I put headphones on, you can't see the sides and it looks fine, right? That's why I feel like I never feel self-conscious about it on stream because I'm wearing headphones. I feel like for the most part, it looks like it probably looks okay. Because the sides, like the top looks fine. It's just mostly the sides that look bad. But yeah, I just got to keep the headphones on the entire time. I guess is what it is. Because as soon as you take it off, it's just like, oh yeah, not the play. I agree. Not the play. Not the play. There you go. Earlier you were saying I should buy a cheap set of clippers and do the home buzz cut.
it sucks cutting the back, but it's a buzz, just works. Oh, that is the microwave going off. Okay. My haircut. Yeah, exactly, right? It looks fine with headphones. Exactly, dude. I put these on and all of a sudden magically it's just like, oh, looks good. Looks fine. Which I guess implies that maybe I should just get like the sides fixed, right? But maybe. Anyways, let's take the casserole out of the oven. I think it's ready. Boys, let's do it. You shave the sides off. Yeah, maybe. All right. It's time.
Not gonna burn myself this week. I did not buy oven mitts, but I will be very careful with how I fold my towel. That's the compromise I'm willing to make. Looks fine. Oh, careful. Oh, yeah. Ooh, shit. All right, here we go. All right.
Some of that sizzle.
Oh, shit.
A little chicken bacon ranch. Now, once again, I know that we used Alfredo sauce instead of ranch, but we, as I'm sure you saw, used a healthy amount of ranch seasoning. So I think it's gonna taste plenty ranchy enough for us. Not too worried about it, I gotta say. It's gonna be salty as fuck. We kind of already know this, but if anything, if I do this again and use a actual proper amount of salt and not the meme amounts, it'll probably be completely fine. All right.
I don't like damage my counter or anything. Oh, don't want to touch it that way. Okay. Now, let's dig in, shall we?
Let's get the close-up view. Oh yeah, here we go.
Now, admittedly, I'm not going to eat a lot of this right now. This is half a serving, keep in mind. The entire recipe that I'm supposed to be making is supposed to be double of this, and this already is, I think a fourth of this is going to be enough for like a meal for me. I don't need this entire thing. I don't need half of this. I don't need a third of this. I'm going to like eat like maybe this much, and that's going to be a meal. So, once again, even when I made a half recipe, this is already like too much. Like I've got to eat this before the end of next Tuesday, because that's when I'm going home for Christmas. So yeah, but you know what? Ooh, does smell nice and does look good. Okay. Well, all right. Well, close enough. Okay. God, I could really go. If I had some garlic bread to go along with this, that would be clutch. But just even on its own, that looks pretty nice. Definitely had a little spillage there, but there we go. Okay. God, what am I gonna do with all this? Jesus fuck, man. I gotta eat this in 4 days. Good fucking luck. Ugh. I legitimately, maybe I'm going to that Christmas party tomorrow, like I said. Maybe I'll just bring this to the Christmas party and say, like, hey, everybody, just eat this. Because, like, I'm not going to eat all of that. That's going to be impossible. All right. Let's give you guys, I know it's like not really something that's like a sandwich or something, but I'll give you guys a little cross section of what we're working with right here. Come on. You gonna tell me this doesn't look pretty fucking good? Come on. Look at that. That's classy shit right there. Come on. All right. Let's give it a shot. Nice pizza. Honestly, dude, if you made this into a pizza, if you basically just added all these ingredients on top of pizza crust, it would be pretty good. Straight up. For sure. But let's try it without, shall we? As we suspected, it is too salty. Absolutely. And if anything, that's kind of the hesitation I would have with serving this to other people. But if I did this recipe again and like did the proper amounts of salt, this is quite tasty. And keep in mind, I am a person who likes my stuff salty, so like to me, like even if for me this is still a little salty, it's fine. But I will say I would not feel comfortable with serving this to other people because I know other regular people would find this too salty, for sure. And because even for me, it's like, that's a little much. That's a little much. But ignoring that part, if this were to just have like a regular amount of salt, this is tasty. If you had garlic bread to go with this, this would be, oh, absolutely amazing. Garlic bread would just be like the perfect thing to just like, you could literally just serve this as like almost like an appetizer. You can literally just like scoop this onto garlic bread and have this just be like a garlic bread, like something you just like smother onto garlic bread, and it would be a perfect like an appetizer just for like something like a party. But even on its own, it is tasty. So more salts, I mean, if you really hate having a healthy heart and you're really trying to speed run having a heart attack IRL, you could add more salt if you wanted to. But I will admit, the sodium serving in this one little serving right here is probably like 300% of what you'd have in one day. Even for me who likes salty dishes, yeah, that's a little much. That's a little much. But once again, I'd highly recommend making this. If like, I'll post the recipe link again. One sec. There's the recipe in chat. It is very tasty, don't get me wrong. Now, you don't really need to make homemade Alfredo sauce. That's probably part of the reason why it's so salty, is like I memed it up. I added a lot of salt, including in the Alfredo sauce. If you actually follow this recipe and make it to a T, pretty good. Even ignoring the salt aspect, not healthy in the slightest. But it can be made better. Number one, I know you guys were cringing earlier, but using turkey bacon, a way to make it a little better. Using Greek yogurt instead of sour cream, a way to make it a little bit better. You could also do something like use fat-free cheese. I know the idea of doing something like that's a little cringe, and fat-free cheese is definitely not as good tasting as real cheese, but it is an option, and with how much other stuff is in this shit, it would still be fine. I use chicken breast. A lot of people recommend to use chicken thighs, but honestly, it's fine. Like people often say about chicken breast, like, oh, it's too dry, oh, it's too stringy. But in this dish right here, I can guarantee you, it's not too dry. This dish is like sopping, soaking wet with like grease and cheese and Alfredo sauce, so it does not need chicken thighs. You could add chicken thighs instead, but chicken breast, I promise you, will be just fine. You're not gonna be worried about like, oh god, this tastes too healthy. And as I said at the start of the stream, as I suspected, the bacon is fine. The bacon adds that nice little crunch, extra little crispiness, extra little like savoriness. If this was real bacon and not turkey bacon, would it be better, like significantly better right now? No, it's fine as is. It gets the job done as far as how the bacon is supposed to fill its role in this dish. All right. Not healthy in the slightest. You can just literally just look at this and know like, wow, that's gonna make me fat as fuck. But it is tasty, not gonna lie. Salty, yes, and that is my fault. But tasty. All right. Heart attack on a plate. I mean, the ironic thing is like I made it better than I could have been. I should have overdone it on the ranch seasoning. The ranch seasoning was probably the part that like, I'm not gonna say ruined it, but probably made it to the point where I wouldn't want to serve this to Gordon Ramsay, let's put it that way. So, oh well. Still good. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. As soon as the stream is over, I'm gonna finish this off and call this my lunch and, probably my dinner as well. Jesus. All right. Streamer, just get a haircut like that. You'll look great, we promise. Great.
All right, chat. Oh, go to the gym after this. I'm a little drunk to go to the gym right now. I'm not like hammered or anything, but I'm definitely like in the buzzed zone. So I'm probably gonna end up eating this, the rest of this, taking a nap, waking up, and then going to the gym after my system has processed all of this. Big cooking lesson of the day: less is more. Look, I'm fully aware, like, whenever I dump all that salt into my dishes, I know I'm memeing it. I know I'm adding too much. I know it's, like, just for the memes. But yeah, you're right. I should add less, because, like, I don't want to... If I was ever to serve these dishes to other people, it would be a problem, for sure. But that's all right. What do I do with the rest of this dish, though? Jesus Christ, man. I guess I'll just add that... What is there... There's no way to cancel out the salt as far as like your nutrition's concerned. Like you eat it or you don't, right? I'm still gonna have to eat this shit before I go home for Christmas, but I'll just have to eat it very in small portions. I don't know. I only have three and a half days to eat this before I go home, so. Dilute it? Well, yeah, I can make it taste better, but it doesn't reduce the amount of salt inside of it. Oh well. Anyways, we'll call the stream right here. That was a nice little comfy cooking stream, though. The end result, it looked nice, and it tastes pretty nice. It's too salty, but it tastes nice. Can probably add some heavy cream and rebake it a little bit. That's okay. I'll survive. I agree. Like, some people are saying, like, add potatoes in. I feel like this dish that we just had right here, if you added potatoes in it, or added potatoes into it, I agree that it probably would make it even better. Because, like, it kind of, it's... what's the name of that dish? Like potatoes, hold on. Yeah, here we go. It kind of it evoked thoughts of like this dish right here, potatoes au gratin. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. If you added potatoes into like what we already had in this dish, it feels like it would just taste like this dish, but with like also chicken bacon ranch in it. So next time I made this, if I added like potatoes into this dish, I feel like this would make it even better. So yeah, if you're gonna follow along with this recipe soon, TM, try adding potatoes. Let me know how it goes. I feel like it'd be even better. I'm not using Gruyere. Oh, oui, but even without that, even use potato instead of pasta and let it crisp up. Yeah, that's not a bad idea either. I mean, the pasta is like tasty. Like I'm not complaining about the fact that there's pasta on there, but yeah, if you substitute the potatoes in for pasta, that'd probably work, honestly. Yeah, probably. Cheese string? Sorry, I already had my string cheese a couple of weeks ago. Alrighty, kids. Well, I'm gonna finish off this the rest of this dish off stream. Try to recover from the salty overload that the dish provides, and maybe go to the gym. And I need to actually pack for my my trip home in a couple of days because tomorrow I'm not gonna have a lot of time to pack, and Monday I'm not gonna have a lot of time to pack. So I actually have to do it tonight, weirdly enough. So, anyways, I'll be back tomorrow. Stream tomorrow is gonna be starting at a little earlier than usual for Sunday streams. It's gonna be starting at 11. Okay, hold on. Focus up. It's going to be starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, which is 1700 Central European Time. As far as what we'll be doing, I think it's not going to be anything special. It'll be back to World of Warcraft content for a day. I think we might do some Halls of Stone boosting. I think there's a chance we might do like an OS Mally split or something like that, but it won't be anything ultra special. We'll probably just be chilling and hanging out. I know, wow, Omega lol, right? But here's the good news. We're doing a little Christmas party stream on Monday. So we're going to be doing like a Christmas party with Dali starting Monday night. So that's going to be starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, midnight Central European Time. So that would be the end of Monday night for Europeans. And we'll be doing some cozy things that night. I don't want to spoil it just yet, but basically if you want to get in the Christmas spirit on Monday night, we're going to be doing that. So make sure to tune in for that. You guys can do !Discord in the chat. It's a place where I post stream news, stream announcements. When we're about to do cooking streams, it's a place where I'll post the recipes that we're going to cook in advance. That way, if you guys want to cook along with me and add less salt than I do, that's the place where you can do that and buy your ingredients in advance. I did do that this week. I'll probably do that subsequent weeks as well. And otherwise, if you guys... hold on. Okay. Sorry, that those Bloody Marys are hitting a little hard right now. I need to... Need to A, finish off that dish and drink a shitload of water, and then B, probably take a nap for a couple of hours. So, okay, I can do this. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate you guys keeping chat lively as always. If you guys are NA, have a good rest of the afternoon. If you're EU, have a good rest of the night. If you're OC, have a good rest of the early morning. And I will catch you guys tomorrow for cringe WoW content. And thank you guys for enjoying the cooking streams. Like, this is the sort of shit I want to do more and more of in the very near future. So, if you guys are liking these, that's good news, because I'm not going to say that these are going to become like the full-time thing, but I want them to become more frequent. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. Anyways, bye-bye.